Hi Barbies, hi Kens, hi cuties. How we doing? Hello. It's been a minute. Albie King, how are you? How are you doing, cutie? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. This is me. Yeah. Wow. There she is. It's Vives. Hello. Hope you cuties are doing good today. We'll start it off strong. We'll start it off with a sleigh check. These are the nails that they are green. Okay, they are green, by the way. These are green. They come up super yellow though, but I love the like neon color of them. Yes. My green yellow nails. Whoa! 25 months? Yo, Evil. Evo. Thank you, King. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. Oh my god. Let me, okay. I'm gonna cry. Move tab to new window. That's what I'm gonna do. Move your booty tab to a new window. Let me pull up the Vives wheel of Vives. You all know how it goes. You sub, you resub. You get to spin in the wheel. Yeah. Wow, we're stream maxing. Alright, Evo, what you got? What you got? Oh, let's get this over here a little bit. There we go. That's good, I think. I riz you up! Hey. Hey, babe. How you doing? Yeah. Take you out for some Mongolian barbecue. What's up? What's up? Yeah, he's blushing. He's blushing in real life. That's right. Yeah, I still got it. I still got it. What can I say, bitches? I still got it. But I thank you again for the 25 months. Adore you, King. Today is Thursday. Or today. Okay. It's not Thursday, guys. It's not Thursday. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. Evil had his birthday on the 17th. We had a chill little day at home. Nothing too wild. Just got to relax and play some games. Caught a vibe. Your sleep schedule's out of control. You fall asleep around 4 and wake up at 2. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. We're getting too old for that. I know. I stayed up till like 1 the other day and I felt like I was gonna perish. I can't be doing that. I went to bed at 10 last night. I feel a lot better today. No, it's true. Maybe going to bed early is a good thing. I don't know. Leah! My queen! The queen's here. The queen, she is here. Hello. How are you? My burn sugar mama. Always be gifting me subs to burn. Stop that. You don't need to do that. But you are incredibly sweet. We stan. We stan our burn queens. Okay? Burn may be a bit of a queen himself. Okay? We stand. That's why the queens congregate there. What can I say? Queen, recognize queen. Queen, recognize queen. You're lovely. Yay. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. All right, let's get this stream started up here. Now, guys, I haven't streamed in a second, so I haven't streamed since last time I streamed. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Wow. We'll do 1 parentheses 1 marbles race. Okay. Just because y'all are cute. Just because y'all are cute. And I'll be generous. The winner gets to spin the wheel. Yeah, I said it. If you win this marbles race, you get to spin the wheel. What are these? There's so many choices now. We'll do this map, even though it scares me a little bit. I like the color theme of it. Here we go. Stream maxing. I don't know what that means, but we're doing it. It's when you max out on your stream. All right, 1 marbles game. And then what? This is not like racing. We need Where's what's so good? Okay, David Bowie, I love you, but just it's not like we're trying to. Where's my racing playlist? Where's the racing playlist, guys? What'd you do with it? Okay, it's right here. It's right here. Oh yeah, we'll play the song. We'll play the song. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll start it. You got 1 minute. So what's the tea, guys? What's going on with you? What's the tea? Drop the tea. I know you have some. Spill the tea. You know. I want to know. What are the homies up to? Albie's not sleeping right. Not good. Not good. Got to get our sleepies in, you know? You know. All right, 30 seconds. I'm starting the song. If you know, you know. Pump that shit. We'll do an empty bed race. You're learning to trade stonks as a side thing? Oh, check you out, Albie. He's stonking. He's stonking. How's your stonks? Make big money? Millionaire? Billionaire? No, you don't want to be a billionaire. We don't do that here. All right, here we go. 2 kings and 2 queens set out on their journey. This map, I don't even know how, like, what. I don't even know how or what. You know what I mean? I don't even know what or how. None of it. Just, like, there's a guy, they're pointing guns at each other. It's like the Spider-Man meme. You got your taxes done? Let's fucking go. That's what I'm talking about, girl. Get you them taxes done. Proud of you. Was it bad? Was it scary? You did it. You did it. Stupid government. Stupid government. Yeah, we know how much you owe, but we're not going to tell you. Oh, you got it wrong? Jail. Jail. Plus 6K in virtual simulated monies. Oh, hey. Oh, you're doing the stonk simulator. Oh, I remember doing that in high school. Did you guys have that in high school over there? In the EU, do you guys have that? We over here, at least when I went to school, we'd had like a whole stock class where you traded like fake stocks. I actually did pretty good. I think I invested in gold, and it worked out. I invested in gold and it worked out. I think I came in like 3rd place in my class. What a weird thing to teach kids. Did I learn how to do my taxes or anything useful? No, but you know. It took a year off your life, but you did it. Proud of you. Dirty Dan! Yo, is that the Dirty Dan? The dark and darker enjoyer himself? The Dirty Dan? Welcome in. Welcome in! How's Arena's been going for you? I was having fun, and then they switched it to Artifact, and now I can only get my shit kicked in so hard, Dirty Dan. You know what I'm saying? I can only get my shit kicked in so hard before I have to take a break. I literally just ended up running some adventure mode because I was like, I'm tired, boss. I'm tired, boss. I just want to live a little, you know? Jazzy! My queen! My love! How are you? Jazzy Miss Marbles? Oh no. Oh, and Leah's down. We have a spicy Leah 07 down. Oh no. Not like this. General economics classes, but back then you needed an agent to do trading for you. Whoa. I wonder when I went to school, was that the case? I can't remember. Probably. I don't know. The internet, you know? The internet. What is it? Nobody's really sure. Nobody's really sure. Evil, what you doing? Wait, is Evil gonna win? Is Evil gonna put it in? The marbles? Oh! Evil did it! Canadian, and we had no systems or classes whatsoever. American education must be studied. Because remember, Canada is technically America. I know. Boo. I know. Vives, can you say that? I'm just saying that America is a continent. Okay. The states like to call themselves America. That's not it. That's not it. Evo with the dub. Dang, that means you get to spin the wheel again? Holy. Holy. Oh, you're just getting all of it today. You're just getting rizzed up. You're getting complimented. I love your brain. You have a great brain. It's a very smart brain. It's a very nice brain. And you're hot. So, stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Why don't you? There you go. W. So renaming the golf was a W. Stop. I hate it here. I hate it here. You're here on business? I mean, apparently. Apparently. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Jazzy, if I do another marbles, will you join? I'm only gonna start the race if Jazzy joins. Anything for my girls, you know? Anything for my girls. Alright. Only if Jazzy joins will I actually start the race, though. If Jazzy doesn't join, it's over. Oh, she's... Oh. Jazzy's in. Jazzy's in. Hold on. Let me find... What do we got? What do we got? What's... I feel like Tokyo... We've done Tokyo Drift too much. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you have 1 minute. You have 1 minute while I pick a song. To exclamation point play it up. Oh, banger. Yeah. Easy pick. Easy pick. Also, you guys broke the curse of me being a deer last time by all the subs. Shouts out to you. Okay, thank you. I'm no longer a deer. As you can see, I have been transformed back into not a deer. So, huge W on that. Absolute banger. 20 seconds! Do it now while I take a sip of my drink. Do it now! Kung Fury Watch Party win. We've done it before, but like, do we need to do it again? Do we need to go again with the Kung Fury movie? It's pretty epic. Alright. This map is much more followable. And it's pink and cute. Alright. I want to see a queen take a dub here. I want to see a queen take a dub here. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Jazzy and Albie are not fucking around. Oh, God. Albie's flying. Whoa. Get him, Jazzy. Where's Jazzy's little banana? There she is. Look at banana hacks. Banana cheats. Jazzy... You can't banana hack your way through this one. Or can she? I mean, she is first place. So... Oh, shit. Here come the boys. Look out, Jazzy. There's men. Run. Run, Jazzy. Maximum Ultra Cum Boost. Holy. Oh, Leah, get him. Get him, Leah. Oh, no. My queen's been sidelined. Jazzy's not stopping. Banana's on top, I guess. God damn. I need to get me one of these banana skins, because I'm thinking they do the work. Oh, we got a cluster here. Okay. Dang. Jazzy's really moving. Y'all better catch up. Y'all better catch up to Jazzy. Oh! She jumping. That was cool. You like jumped right when the song kind of dropped there. Oh, we all made the jump. Come on, Leah, do it. Do it, lady. Oh, she did it, lady. All right, here comes me. I don't care if I make it. Am I going to make it, though? Maybe I care a little bit. Come on, Vives. Yeah. Putting it in. Excellent. Excellent. We got Evil. Evil's here to win today. What can I say, man? Holy. Oh, no, Jazzy, what happened? Go. Use the banana. Use the banana. Fire Tuck. How is it going, cutie? How are you? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. In it. All right. Okay. Okay. Just to, okay. Okay. Yeah. Evil. You can't. You.
Red alert.
Stolen. Stolen. Absolutely. Italy stays winning. That's crazy. That's crazy. Can he say that? Can he say that? He can. He can, actually. That's my Italian stallion right there. All right. I never said you could spin the wheel, though, so nah. Nah. You already got too many wheel spins. You already got too many. All right, I'm cutting everyone. You're cut off. No more. No more. You can't just sit here and play marbles all day. I never said there was a wheel spin on that race. Hey, relax. There can only be so many spins. All right? Otherwise it loses its you know, it loses its what's the word? You know? It loses that. Its specialness. Its specialness, some might say. Let's go full screen here. So let's see. We got some things to cook with here. Let me open this up. Everybody looking for something. All right, we're gonna do some. I'm thinking chill reacting, just a little chill reacting. I went through our YouTube recommendation channel and I pulled a little something from everybody. I think I pulled, of course, I pulled Albie. I think I got a Crexos recommendation in there. I got a Friar Tuck recommendation on our little list. So, you know. So I think without further ado, we're gonna pause that bad boy right there. We're gonna pause that bad boy, and here we go. So the first thing that came out, I think it came out like what, yesterday or day before. So you know the movie Practical Magic. I don't know how many of you grew up watching that or whatever. This is the trailer for the second one. It's here. It's here. Practical Magic, oh, is a classic with Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock. Oh, you guys, it's a cult classic. You know, it was one of those VHSs I had back in the day type shit. So here's the trailer for the second one. I don't know how I feel about them remaking it, honestly. Sometimes I feel like they should leave stuff alone.
I'm sure you've heard of the Owens family.
Well, apparently not, right? You know what I see? Got him. It's witchy.
The ones from Massachusetts. The ones
also, we
their
got the girl from
neighbors
Game of
whisper
Thrones.
are witches.
I mean, we stand
The
witches.
Owen sisters.
Yeah, everyone we love dies.
Oh, right.
A really horrible death. But I mean, it's not great for the Tinder bio.
See, okay, like that little like joke thing, that's not the Practical Magic vibe. Can I just say, like, that's not the vibe. That's not the vibe.
I've waited such a
That
long
house is
time for
gorgeous.
this.
Yes, she has.
You put the lime in your coconut, you drink 'em bold up. Put the lime in the coconut, you drink 'em bold up. Put lime in the coconut, you drink 'em bold up. Put the lime in the coconut, then you feel better. Put the lime in the coconut and drink 'em both together. Put the lime in the coconut, then you feel better. Put the lime in the coconut, drink 'em bold up. Put the lime in the coconut and call me in the morning.
I don't know.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Everything's gonna be okay? Just like it was when we had to bury a corpse under a rose bush? That kind of fine or different?
Oh, that's just a callback to the first. Yeah, okay. I feel like looks like they're gonna rely like a little heavily on CGI. And like, that's not it either. I don't know, guys. Sometimes some things are better left alone. You know what I'm saying? Some things are better left alone. So I don't know. I mean, I'll probably watch it at some point just because, like, I feel like I have to because it's one of those movies I grew up on. They're going to do some sort of Tinder spell and it will go wrong. No, stop it, Albie, because you're always right. And I don't want that to be the goddamn fucking plot. Stop it. Stop it. God damn it. Not the Tinder spell. What would the spell even be? Nobody knows. Why are there no subtitles for anything? Unavailable. Unavailable. Your mom's unavailable. Fucking YouTube. Fucking YouTube. Okay, so the next trailer we have here. This is called The Dog Stars. And now it looks like it has a cute dog in it. As always, I'll have to go to that one website, doesthedogdie.com, and make sure, because if the dog dies, like, I'm out. I'm out. But it's got Jacob Elordi in it. He's, like, a thing right now. He's kind of everywhere. Played Frankenstein. Was on the new season of Euphoria. Wuthering Heights type shit. So he's kind of everywhere. But this is called The Dog Stars. Oh, look at the baby!
Jasper.
Oh! If anything happens to this sweet, precious baby, I'm going to kiss myself in a video game. If anything happens to this sweet baby child, I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Hey, come here.
Is that your mom?
Oh.
So what'd you do before the world ended?
Oh.
I was kissing my wife, playing with my dog.
Well, at least the dog's...
Wondering every day how I got so lucky.
Oh, okay. Ridley Scott, director of Aliens, by the way. Alien. So, like,
It
okay.
has something to haunt you, right? Otherwise, you might get lonely.
We have no idea what's out there.
What do you expect to find? Happy people everywhere. The world that was doesn't exist.
It's just us trying to hold on to what was. And everyone else.
Okay, but the dog's fine, right?
This world fits you, Bang. Wake up, defend,
Is it zombies?
survive. There's gotta be something better than this.
The dream.
Okay. Oh, it's a book. Okay.
Can we help him?
Yeah.
Where'd the dog go?
We have to stay alive.
God,
like the
okay,
feeling.
I love Margaret. Like, Margaret Qualley, please fucking call me. Please fucking call me. Did you guys see The Substance? Oh my god. Like, stop. Stop. Stop it, lady. Yeah, a Ridley zombie flick. I'm there too. Fried Doug's just trying to see what guns they have, of course. You miss marbles, Quimmers? No!
I'm wondering
Adore you, cutie.
whether or not you're gonna come back.
Hope you're doing good today.
It takes a lot of faith to keep searching.
Okay, but what's a dog doing? Why is it called The Dog Stars? Whoa, okay. What? Yo. Is the dog okay? Is the dog alright? Like, I need to know. I need to know that the dog's gonna be okay before I commit. But, like, honestly, that kind of looks like a banger film. Banger cast. Ridley Scott. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I like me a good zombie apocalypse movie, so maybe there it is. Quimmers, how are you, sweet thing? I hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. We stan. All right. We stand. Okay, next trailer. We have, this one looks, I don't even know what this one's gonna be like. So this is called, okay, I think, guys, I think they're making a horror movie based off of Hungry Hungry Hippos, which I don't know if you know that game. It's the game where, like, you have the little hippos and you have to hit the thing and they, like, eat the little marbles. I think they're making a horror movie out of it. So it's called Hungry. Let's see.
Hey, come look at this.
What is?
It's the most dangerous animal responsible for over 500 human deaths a year.
It's so cute.
The only cute hippo is a dead hippo.
Wow. Okay, I don't know about. Oh!
Man-eaters.
Those hippos are hungry.
Welcome to New Orleans.
We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time.
Oh!
Has given us a discount to go see
You think the
alligators
hippo's gonna
in the bayou.
eat everybody?
Oh, please. Arms and legs inside the vehicle.
Oh! Okay, that would actually be really scary. What sound do hippos make?
Something big.
Your wound, it would need a 10-inch tooth.
Oh, that's a hungry hippo right there.
Are we even supposed to be here right now?
We're off course.
You're safe as long as you stay out of the water.
Oh, doubt it. Can't hippos run like super fast?
We're gonna get you out of here.
Oh!
Hey, we're over here! Get us out of here.
They're hungry.
Anyone sees anything?
Have they tried feeding the hippos marbles? Have they tried that? I mean, that's kind of like... No?
Point in the direction.
Boss. Where?
Oh!
You know how it could have got here?
Holy shit.
Oh, it's cute!
Easy.
God damn!
Run!
Poor little hippos.
Hippos are vegetarian.
No, they're not.
They ain't killing you to eat you.
Oh. Oh.
He's killing you for fun.
Oh. Well.
Oh, you are literally the worst tour operator.
Not the... Man, not the hungry... I don't know about that. That looks goofy. That looks goofy. Hippos are a problem in Colombia. They can run like 40 miles an hour. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, Quimmer's just giving over a little depresso. Oh, well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Relatable. Relatable. You guys, you listen to me. You are addicted to marbles. Jazzy, this is, everyone, it's time to let Jazzy know this is actually her intervention. We can drop the act now. Jazzy, welcome to your intervention. Listen, we care about you, okay? We care about you, and we just want to see you. We just want to see you succeed, and we feel like your marbles addiction is holding you back, Queen. Just kidding. Slay. Play that marbles. They fast, they chunk, they angry, and they deadly. I mean, apparently. I would not want to fight a fucking hippo. Okay, fine. You guys literally bully me. Bully me into marbles. Nah, we'll do one. We'll do one because Quimmer's missed it. And we can't have that. But listen, we're not going to do a race. I'm going to switch it up on you. We're going to do a battle royale. I don't know these maps. This looks kind of sick. Scarlet Spectre Forest. I know. We'll do just one. Just one. And it's a battle royale. Okay. Whoa, this is kind of spooky looking. I don't know. Okay, wait. Where's my marble? Where's my marble? How big is this place? Oh my god, it's huge. Do we like, oh, we drop in and then we fight over here maybe? Okay, exclamation point, play. Exclamation point, play. Is this a countdown? Yeah, 1 minute countdown. I'll battle royale myself. I'll do it. You think I won't? Oh shit. Here come everybody. Okay. This will be a real battle royale here. Go easy on me, Jazzy. Oh wait. That would probably help. Duh. Vives. Hello. Vives. Dink donk. Dink donk, Vives. Dink donk. Alright, here it is. There you are. We're about to drop in and we're going to fight. I want to see fur flying. I want to see hands thrown. Knife? Whoa! Hey! EU's pulling knives out. No fair. No fair. Don't you punchy me. Alright, here we go. I don't know. Oh shit, we got baloney! The no audio race. Just doing your best. That was very oi bravo of you. Oh shit, Jazzy's going for Quimmers. Oh! Oh! Oh my god, why is everyone going after Quimmers? Oh! Friar Tuck, run! Woo! Why is it like this? Oh my god. Oh my god, the ganging up. Hey, guys, guys, can't we all just get along? Do we all have a sword? Oh, I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Wait, what was those numbers? Are the points? I don't know how this works. Oh, we have health bars. Okay, okay, okay. I see it now. I see it now. Oh my god. It's a madhouse. Friar Tuck, run! Run, cutie! Also, baloney, your name is red. Whoa. Guys, leave Friar Tuck alone. Oh, Jazzy! Wow, Jazzy. Wow, Jazzy. I told you, Jazzy's crazy with it. She'll take out anybody. No, it's true. Oh my god. Okay, Quimmers, you're getting a little low. How come Evil is still at full health? How is Evil still at completely full health? Get back here. Get back here. Get him, guys. He's running. He's running. Chase him down. Chase him down now. Now everyone's going after Jazzy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Evil, you took a hit there. Not good. Quimmers, you're almost out. Quimmers, look out. What's that pink arrow? Where are you going, Vives? Oh! Baloney going after Jazzy. Oh my god, it's a madhouse. Oh no, Jazzy! Ah! Everybody, oh, it's Baloney and Evil. Evil's on a kitty spree. Oh my god. Okay. Jesus. You're now a glamazon ready for the runway. I mean, slay. God damn, Evil. Evil is not fucking around today. You should buy a lottery ticket, babe. You are out here. You are out here. Okay, stop.
Lizard, lizard, lizard.
Leaves for the casino. Yeah. Yeah. It might be time. Okay, where were we? Where were we? Oh god, that Hungry trailer. Okay, yeah. I don't know about the Hungry Hippo movie, guys. Maybe. Should we watch the Crexos
if you're a man
recommendation?
And you're hiking and you see a woman...
Should we watch the Crexos recommendation? I think we should. Wait, is that on? Subtitles on. Yeah. No lizard emote? Oh god, I'm sorry. Lizard. So this is the video Crexos recommended. Hiking tips for men. How to make women feel safe on the trails. Okay, let's find out.
If you're a man and you're hiking and you see a woman alone on the trail, it's important to behave in a calm, predictable, and unthreatening manner. Mm-hmm. Conversely, if you see a man that's bigger than you on the trail, you must do the opposite. Here's one now. Step 1, activate crab mode. Squat down, turn hands into claws, and scuttle side to side, blocking his path forward. If the big man also activates crab mode, this triggers Conference of Crabs.
Oh no.
Use crab logic to immobilize the big man.
Crabs.
If you're a large man hiking alone, you may encounter a smaller man who has activated crab mode. If this is the case, remain calm and counter with activating crab mode.
Just because he's smaller doesn't mean he knows more crab logic. Hiss in syncopated rhythms while snapping your claws until he is incapacitated and ultimately defeated.
Damn.
And continue to enjoy the open doors.
Get ready with me to go on a hike alone as a woman. And think, babe? Oh no, did you lose another crab battle?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you had bigger claws and more crab logic. It's not fair.
Damn.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No,
It keeps
just,
happening.
I know.
Oh, I know.
hate to see it.
I know. I was immobilized for like an hour out there.
Oh, I hate that with your little claw going.
The claw was going the whole time.
Please adhere to YouTube select.
Oh my god. Not the crab move. Are men okay? I mean, I know they're not, but like, are y'all really crabbing it up with each other? Just like, I'm gonna try that out. Next time I'm feeling threatened by a man in public, I'm just gonna crab stance. Move quickly now with it, you know? Move quickly now. All right. Thank you, Crexos. W recommendation from Crexos there. Good shit. The next video we have here is an Albie recommendation. I wanted to watch the cigarette one though. It interested me. I do have the medieval sex video on the list though. Do not fret. Do not fret, King. Okay, I was curious about this one though. Okay, obviously guys, smoking is bad. Okay, don't do it. You know, don't do it. That's
guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any behaviors, actions, or products in this video. All videos are produced and carried out in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any of the actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Hello.
okay.
So I have a question for you. When you
Also, like, can I just say, like, she's adorable, like, respectfully. Like, I love her hair.
think of Chinese culture, what do you think of? Maybe communism, right? Maybe Qipao, maybe Mao Zedong, maybe Crazy Rich Asians. But a huge part of Chinese culture is smoking cigarettes. So today, I'm gonna go to the convenience store and I'm gonna get the most popular cigarettes
they have.
and review them all for you, so you don't have to. So please, live vicariously through me, and let's just let's smoke some cigarettes, because it's fucking fun. It's bad for you, but it's fun. I have found it. I see cigarettes in the—
I hate that she's right. I hate that she's right. I hate that she's right. It gives you aura, but also like you perish. Don't do it. You'll perish. Okay? Not cool.
Back. Look at this.
Oh. Ooh. Does it just say no? No. Smoking forbidden for junior students. No cigarette sales to minors. No e-cigarette sales to minors. I mean, that makes...
这里能买烟吗？明白。好的，我选几个品牌，哪个品牌好？这是
The casings are so pretty.
哪个熊猫？这个熊猫，好，要一个熊猫。120，行，没关系。
What's the red one with
最
the
贵的是
flowers?
什么？
I like that one.
熊猫是
还有这个。
pandas.
还要好一点的。我要选6、7个。你帮6、7个。
That's so true, Albie. I don't see any warnings. I mean, I can't see the packages, I guess, super close, but like here in the States, those warnings are like pretty big, you know. Yeah, he's getting down on that limit.
帮我选吧。
6、7包对吧？
对，6、7包，要好一点的，就是中档的，还有就是低档的。
637。
637。
哎。
给一个送我一个送一个打火机吧。好的，谢谢。
Ew. Okay, I don't like Marlboros. I don't like Marlboros. Okay, no. Marlboro Reds. Ugh. They call them cowboy killers here in the States. I don't know if you guys call them that, but we call them cowboy killers, and they're fucking disgusting. don't condone smoking, but if I did, you know, I would maybe say American Spirit. That's not my smoke of choice, because I would never smoke, because that's bad. You know? Bad. Crimson! Oh, at work? Adore you, Crimson. We stand. We stand. I want to know how much they are.
哦，这是给我朋友的。1、2、3、
I want pink hair.
外国回来的啊。
外国回来的朋友想欣赏中国的烟，对，对对，这是700好像。
Can we get a candy too?
而且再买一包那个软的最好吃，想着走钱。好，那再买一包。
It's interesting because like okay, like in a convenience store, here in the States, like I noticed they only have like 1 pack of each. Like here in the States, they have like rows of packs. You know what I mean? Like if you go into a smoke shop, it'll be like a whole case of the packs, like not just one displayed. Interesting.
所以就不找了，是不是？好。
Not that I would know because I've never bought a cigarette.
好，拜拜。好的。All right, I got it.
Me when I lie.
I spent 700 RMB in cigarettes, which is about which is about 100. Oh, 不好意思, which is about 100 USD. So I bought 100 USD of cigarettes, and now
how many
I will go
packs for
find
100?
a nice little corner to squat and smoke all these cigarettes.
Oh, girl, do not smoke all the cigarettes at the same time, right? Like we're like splitting this up, right? Like she's not gonna sit down and do it all. Surely.
Of course, I will not be smoking everyone entirely through.
Okay.
But I will take a puff or two.
Okay.
And
okay.
Hopefully I will not. Hopefully I won't collapse.
I'm so curious
from
how many packs
nicotine
were
poisoning.
$100.
I'm sure it'll be
so
fine.
like here in the States, like a pack of like American Spirits right now, 1 pack is like $13. So for $100, you'd get about 8 or 9 packs. So I'm curious what the difference is.
All right. I had to lie to the people selling me the cigarettes. They're like, oh, are you 请客, which means like, are you taking everyone out for dinner? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm from out of town. My friends want to smoke these cigarettes, so they want to try Chinese cigarettes. So
Me when I lie.
I'm getting them the cigarettes, so I gotta walk away from them and smoke these cigarettes, or else they're gonna be like, what the fuck? Oh, they gave me a free 打火机. They gave me a free lighter too.
Oh.
Since I spent dumb money at their store. All right, let's find a place where I can smoke these. See, the thing about China is you can't just smoke anywhere because it's rude. You gotta find a place where I'm semi-isolated and just pop a squat. Okay, it's a little sus, but I feel like that little corner right there is a good corner to smoke cigarettes.
Corner. That's a good corner to have a stogie.
Okay. There's police everywhere though. I don't wonder if they're going to. I think it should be okay.
Wait, when you started smoking in 2017, it was €3 pack. Now it's 8. Oh God, 8. Marlboro Red gives me flashbacks. Reds. Oh, Bob.
All right,
How
I'm
are
gonna go
you
smoke
doing?
on the side of that building.
King.
All right, let's
Happy
do this.
Tuesday.
All right.
Bob. We stand.
Oh my God. All right, this is where I'm smoking right here.
Okay, do it, lady.
Okay. I don't have a stand for this camera.
Maybe I should tour the world and try a stogie.
Can you see me? Can you
in every
hear me?
country,
Okay.
you know?
$700 worth of cigarettes.
What? 700? I thought we spent 100. Where did the $700 come from? €1 packs? Oh, that's what the fuck's up. €20 pack? Oh God.
We're just gonna go one by one and smoke these all. I hope I don't get smoke these all. Okay. He said these were the most popular. I don't know if he was bullshitting me, but I told him to recommend me high tier, middle tier, and low tier. I actually don't know the tier these are, so I will judge for myself. First one is Xiongmao. This is the most expensive. This is 120 RMB. Let's try it out. Ooh.
It's so
Nice and
short.
bright.
Wait, it's so short. Like, this is not a full cigarette, right? I feel like it should come out to, like, here. 700 won equals 100 US dollars. Yeah, that filter's, like, as long as the cigarette. I know, they make the packs look cute as hell with the panda on them. I don't get pandas. What the fuck? They smuggle cigarettes onto train cars? What the fuck?
Expensive.
Yeah, it's so short. I wonder how it burns.
Oh, these are nice and smooth. These are really smooth. Okay. No throat feel at all.
Okay.
A lot of smoke that comes out too. These feel really filtered. I don't know if it's because they told me it was expensive.
Because the filter's like the size of a cigarette.
All right, next one. These are Nevias. These are flavored cigarettes right here.
What flavor?
All right.
I don't like flavor. You know, okay, back when I very first started smoking, like way back in the day, I actually started on menthols, which is like, now to me is nasty. I can't do menthols anymore, but like that's where I first started. Yes, Bob, yes. Okay, the Camel Crushes. I was a Camel Crush. Like that was because I started with like American Spirit menthol. And then I was like, I don't know how I'm feeling about menthol. So I went with Camel Crushes because with the Camel Crushes, it has the little menthol thing in the filter. So you can either smoke it regular or you can crush it or you can like smoke half and then crush it and then it's menthol. And like, I thought that was very nice. Plus they were usually like cheaper. So that was definitely a thing for me too. Purple Camels? What? I don't think we have purples here. Oh, we might. I don't know. I only like the American Spirit ones. People buy boxes of cigarettes in Spain and bring them back to Ireland. Oh, damn. Cigarettes are cheaper in non-EU countries. That makes sense. Yeah. Tax-free cigs. God damn. Okay. Okay.
There's a little popping thing that you pop in the middle right here.
Oh, yeah. That's like a Camel Crush, basically. I feel like she's gonna... Ugh, it's gonna be so... How many packs does she have?
You pop this right here.
Yeah, that's what Camel Crushes are.
Right here.
Oh, I heard the pop. That was a good pop.
It tastes like grape. I like these. These are my favorite. These are my go-to cigarettes, but they're not expensive at all.
Grape? Okay. I mean, maybe.
I like these. Okay, these. Okay, the panda ones. I gave a.
What? Uh-oh, are we busted?
Are you yelling at me?
Are we caught?
All right. These I give
okay, I think we're okay.
8.8 out of 10.
Scare me.
And these right here, I like these. I give these a 9.2 out of 10. Oh. Okay. Now these are the gold ones.
Those look
I think
pretty.
These are expensive too.
Yeah, they look expensive.
These look expensive. I don't know what Pimpe this is. Ooh, how do you? Oh, these. Oh, look. These open like this. Oh, I think these are the fancy ones. Look.
What?
This is what you offer businessmen after you have a business meeting, and you want them to
okay.
invest.
The filters are out of control. The filter should not be as long as the freaking cigarette. What is up? What's up?
You mean business? And they're also thin.
At least the cigarette's a little longer on this one. The filters are crazy though. They're so long. Although maybe not quite as cool. A little.
I think I like these because of the. I think I like these because they're thin, and also these are pretty smooth too. I also like the packaging.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not like super different, but the packaging, I give these a 8.2. Okay, so it started raining, so I had to pack up the cigarettes and head to my next destination. We are going to Yuyuan Gardens now, and we're gonna take the subway. All right, I'm at Yuyuan Gardens.
No, don't. So oh my God! Don't tear off the filters. No, no. That is what catches like the tar and shit. I remember the first time I tried an unfiltered, like hand rolled cigarette. Like, that head rush was, like, crazy. Like, I was like, what? Like, insane. Hand-rolled stogies are hardcore. But, you know, sometimes if you're in a pinch, all you can afford is some loose-leaf tobacco and some papers, and you just gotta get in there and do it yourself. Hey.
It was as good as time as any to finish my cigarette review. Instead of squatting, now I'm sitting down, and hopefully I see someone else smoking here, so I think I can smoke here, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, you gotta find the other
But there's no one
people
really sitting around me, so I think I should be fine. I have no phone stand, so unfortunately I'm just gonna have to hold it like this. All right, we have 6 more packs of cigarettes to go.
Oh my god.
We got these. I don't know what kind of cigarettes these are. I feel like these are the cheap ones. Because I don't know.
You got past homegrown tobacco block. Oh, you got spliff, and the head rush was insane after not having nicotine. Oh my god. Yeah, that's insane. Poor Evil. One time we were out and about, and some of us were smoking. Evil doesn't smoke cigarettes. He only smokes like weed sometimes, you know? And yeah, he got past this. He didn't know it was a spliff. And he took a hit off it, and poor fucking guy like had to sit down on the sidewalk because the head rush was like, yeah, no, that'll do it. You be careful with them spliffies out there, y'all. It's a thing.
Wait. Yeah, I don't know. These kind of do look cheap. It would really come in handy to people like Chinese right now.
It's a little aggressive.
All right, yellow box. Ooh, there's gold wrapper. Maybe
her
it
ring is. You guys seeing this ring? That is sick. It looks like a little piece of like armor, but it's like a ring.
The gold makes it look luxurious. Oh, I think this is expensive. Cause look how bright the filter is, and it's very ornate.
Oh wow, it's like a 2-color. Or no, wait, the filter has like a gold band around it.
Ooh, these are harsh.
Ugh. Not the harsh.
I don't really like these. These are a little bit more harsh.
She should have gotten like a water.
All right, 5.9 out of 10.
5.9.
These right here, the blue kind.
THC
these also look
enhancing
expensive.
nicotine.
There's something about Chinese cigarette packs that just look expensive. Also, maybe the guy who sold me these cigarettes sold me all expensive ones, so he could make more money. Ooh, this is what they look like. I like the blue. The blue is nice. Ooh, I like these. Look at these.
What?
I like the blue filters. I like how they look. I feel like my friend Emmy would love these. Her favorite color is blue, and her hair is blue.
Guys, don't smoke. Stay in school, okay? Stay in school. Don't smoke.
You smoke pretty well. I don't know if it's because it's a cigarette slim, and the filter is quite long, so I feel like it's smooth.
Yeah, it's not gonna be very
7.4 out of 10.
Okay.
These right here, a silver pack. I feel like I saw. This is what they look like inside.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I always do that too. I always
They're
tear out the
red.
front.
These probably are not as good.
You hate
I have a
cigarettes?
feeling
Good.
These are like the low to mid tier.
They're not good for you. Don't do it. Wait, what is that filter? It's so pretty. Show me the filter there.
Oh god, these are bad.
Oh god.
These are really bad.
Oh.
Hold up. These are really harsh. Oh my god.
Get away. Don't go back. She almost hit it again.
I'm not even gonna take a second drag. Okay, those are definitely.
Oh my god, Albie, so many times have I fucking done that. And then the smell when you accidentally light the filter end, and then it's the smell. Oh god. And then it's just like, it's all bad. Yeah, it's all bad. Your dad smokes and you hate the smoke smell? Yeah, that, I mean, fair. You know, fair. I would not want to live with somebody who smoked inside. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna have a stogie, like, for the most part, at least go outside. But, like, I don't want to, like, walk in and just have the whole place just be, like, rancid with cigarette smoke smell. That's, ugh. Like, on the few times I will have, would maybe have, if I smoked, you know, which I don't, you know, a cigarette inside, just kind of open the place up and air it out. You know what I'm saying?
If you told me that those are the high class cigarettes, there's no fucking way. Tasted like car emission. This is a 1.8 out of 10. How many more? Oh god, how many more?
Smoke smell works well with perfume sometimes. I can see it.
Okay, not bad. 3 more. 3 more.
Like
okay,
that
just
musty,
3 more drags. Next up is
smell.
this. It has a like a galaxy or something on.
Look at that.
On the box.
Do you have something to say, my love? Uh-huh. Yeah, Ike says don't smoke. Ike says don't do it. Yeah. You've been heard, child.
High. I feel like these are, probably like a low tier cigarette. Let's try it. Oh, this says orange and menthol, so these are flavored cigarettes.
Ew.
Orange menthol cigarettes.
Orange menthol?
Ooh, these look fun.
No.
Ooh, it smells fruity.
Ooh,
it smells like
what's that filter?
It smells like a
Is that filter like outer
it smells
space
like a Flintstone
filter?
vitamin. Oh, I'm excited about these.
Okay, I want to try it now. At first I was like no, but now I want it.
Oh my god, my hands are shaking.
Not that I would.
Oh god, my hands are shaking. I'm getting nicotine poisoning. I'm cooked.
Girl, maybe take a break. Water.
All right, so the orange and menthol cigarettes.
Allegedly. What's that
Oh my
filter?
god, my hands are fucking shaking.
Girl, I don't know.
Is there a popping bubble here? Oh, no. Oh. No, no popping bubble. But it tastes like... It does taste orangey. Oh, okay. The flavor's on the tip. Because when you lick your
That's what
lips,
she said.
you taste the orange. So it's not exactly in the cigarette. It's like in the tip.
Okay.
I like these.
Okay.
These taste good. Not super, super orangey, not super sweet, but they're, yeah, they're
somewhere
good.
in the middle.
I get these a, you know, they're okay, but they're a little bit harsh. I get these a 6.1. I'm gonna fucking die. All right.
Don't fucking
These
die.
are a red pack. I don't know if these are
I'm
good
getting
or not.
nervous.
It says Shanghai Tobacco Group.
Ike
The
says
red ones
stop.
tend to be good, so I feel like these are probably good. The most flat. Oh, there's the pearl towel right there. Oh my god, this is perfect. This is a perfect angle. I mean, bad
Nice.
angle of me, but really good for funging. Really good for background, if I do say so myself.
Hello,
Oh,
mister.
gold inside.
He poopied, so he has to scream.
Gold
about
is
it,
usually
you
a
know?
good sign. Again, slim cigarettes.
I don't like
All right.
Slims.
This is what it looks like.
It's not enough, you know.
These are good. Not too harsh. But they taste kind of shitty. Like it tastes like very tobacco-y. 6.1. What's the last pack? The
Yeah,
last
Slims
pack
give
is
minus.
these. Ooh. These are giving a
Oh, what's
vapor.
going on here? What's going on here? Hello. Oh wait. How do I get? Hello. Oh. Are you being very loud? Are you bothering Daddy? Daddy gonna hold you like a little baby. Aww. Look at this big boy. He's purring. I can hear him from here. He just wanted to be held. Sometimes he'll just cry until somebody holds him like a baby. Pathetic. Ike, you're a grown man. You better start acting like it. Oh, look at this little guy. Oh, look at the paws. Oops. I'm hitting shit
They're
that I
giving-
don't mean to hit. Look at the paws. Okay, okay, okay. He's getting fussy with it. Oh my god. Put me down.
Vaporwave, they're giving kind of Tron.
Woo.
Okay, let's try these. These are the last ones.
Cyberpunk
Ooh, I like the
stogie?
filter on these. Look at the filter.
Whoa!
Very cool.
Oh wait, let me see more. I can't see.
Very cool filter. You know, Chinese cigarettes aesthetically, I feel like are so much better than American
filter's
cigarettes.
pretty
This is
cute.
probably because of the regulation.
Oh, wait,
though.
shit,
In America,
shit.
you can't. You know, Chinese cigarettes aesthetically, I feel
I'm
like
back a
are
little bit.
so
I'm
much
sorry.
better than American cigarettes. This is probably because of the regulation,
Saved.
though. In America, you can't make them look too, you know, appetizing, which is probably a good thing. To be
Yeah,
honest.
it's probably a good thing. If they made like a cute pink cigarette, that'd be bad. That'd be bad, because I would want it, and that is no.
These are okay. Nothing great about these.
I love her nails.
The thing that I like best is probably.
She's so slay. I want to hang out with her.
Oh, this burns really weird. Look how
Oh
weird
yeah,
this
that's
burns.
burning weird for sure.
These are just okay. 4.9 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's it.
Okay.
Holy moly! All right.
Good, because I
Well-
want you to stop smoking now.
Ah.
Probably all
Holy shit! I'm
nicotine.
out of breath.
Yeah.
I gotta take a nap, and then maybe I gotta go find a bathroom. I gotta poop.
Yeah.
Oh god. I gotta poop and then go lay my head somewhere.
She's so relatable. Oh my god. Cigarettes do sometimes gotta make you poopy. Like in the morning, you do cigarettes and some caffeine, you gone poopy. You gone poopy. No, it's true. Using a gas lighter, cigarettes taste so much better lit with a wooden match. Allegedly. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. If I was ever to do a cigarette review video, which I wouldn't because again, I don't smoke. But if I did, you know, like wooden matches, probably the way to go for sure.
But yep, that concludes our cigarette review. I'm glad I tried them. If you go to China, you know, don't start smoking cigarettes. But if you already smoke cigarettes, I would maybe recommend, you know, trying a couple brands.
The Chinese stogies. Okay. Say less, queen. Say less, queen. The stogies. Stogies. Okay, next video. Good recommendation, as always, Albie. I enjoyed. Okay, next video. This is from, I believe, Friar Tuck. Friar Tuck recommended this video. I'm not positive, but I want to say it was Friar Tuck. It's called Could Bears Survive the Jurassic? Bear with me. Let's find out. I feel like bears would do just fine. No?
Ladies and gentlesaurs, Mesozoic maniacs, and dinosaur dorks. Welcome to Assessing Survival, the series where we take animals, people, and fictional biological beings, placing them in different environments throughout history, as well as some forms of fiction. Today, we pose the question, could grizzly bears survive in the Mesozoic era? Now, before we transport the grizzly bear into the Mesozoic, let's determine which period would be most suitable for them. The Triassic period. The Triassic would definitely offer grizzly bears the easiest time in terms of competition, as most land animals did not get much bigger than animals we have today. The grizzly bear could pretty easily become pretty high up on the food chain in the Triassic, only really being outmatched by Pseudotsuchians like Phaseolasuchus. However, Triassic period was simply too hot for a furry animal like the grizzly bear to thrive in. Global temperatures average between 122 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's hot. Sode! King! How are you? Guys, it's Sode. How are you doing, sweet thing? Adore you. Hope you're having a good Tuesday.
Or 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. The Jurassic period.
That's hot.
The Jurassic would be the best in terms of climate for the grizzly bear, with an average of 62 degrees Fahrenheit or 16.5 degrees Celsius. The Jurassic was only a bit warmer than today. Competition for bears in the Jurassic is less than ideal, but they could still find a middle-of-the-food chain niche and perhaps do better in that niche than its reptilian counterparts. The Cretaceous would be ideal for grizzly bears in terms of food. Particularly, the end of the Cretaceous is when we start to see things like fruits, nuts, flowers, bees, and honey, and grasses start to appear. Though, the Cretaceous was quite a bit warmer than the Jurassic due to higher volcanic activity, averaging about 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 27 degrees Celsius globally. Though not impossible for the bear to survive in, certainly not ideal. In terms of competition, the Cretaceous is probably where the grizzly bear is worst off. Theropods like Tyrannosaurs and Carcharodontosaurids were larger than their Jurassic forerunners. I believe that the Jurassic period would be ideal for the grizzly bear to survive in, mainly due to the climate, as well as their competition being slightly easier to deal with in the Jurassic than in the Cretaceous. We're going to place a breeding population of Kodiak grizzly bears in North America 155 to 145 million years ago. I've chosen specifically the Kodiak bear because of its size, which, spoiler alert, it will need every last ounce of. We'll be using animals found in the Morrison Formation.
I just feel like I could hug a bear. You know, I just feel like I could hug a bear. Okay, I've encountered wild bears before. They really want nothing to do with you. Like, they're just chilling. Like, they just run away. We had an apple orchard up on the mountain, and the bears would always be down in the orchard trying to get the fucking apples off the trees, and I'd go for a walk, and I'd go through the orchard, and there'd be a bear there, and it would see me, and it would just like, brr, like run away. The only things you have to worry about are rattlesnakes and mountain lions. Everything else
as a reference for their interactions with dinosaurs. I will be using 5 different categories to score the bears on their ability to survive. These categories are environment suitability, advantages, disadvantages, food source, and competition. These scores will then be added up for a final survival assessment score. Let's start with environment suitability. Bears are generalist animals, meaning they're pretty adaptable to any environment you place them in. The temperatures the grizzly bear will be living in are more or less the same temperatures that they experience in the summer today, except all year round. Temperatures in the Jurassic were pretty uniform globally, only changing slightly with altitude. No ice caps means not nearly as much snow as there is today. Bears that live closer to the poles may still hibernate, but will more often simply enter torpor, which is a state that both black and brown bears enter in mild winters. The lack of deeper winters, at least where we'll be placing them in the need to hibernate, means bears don't need to fatten up as much as they do in our modern era. This could potentially mean that our bears will be smaller on average since they don't need to eat as much every year. However, hibernation is also when most grizzly bears give birth. A good portion of the time a cub spends in the safety of a bear's den would now be spent out in the open, meaning mother grizzlies will have to work extra hard to protect
that
their
is one
cubs.
thing though. Like, if you do see a bear with the babies around, like, you really just want to make sure you're not there. Like, just walk away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the one time I want to be a little worried about. Like, if it's a mama bear with the babies there. But, oh, they're so cute.
Historically, grizzly bears have a range as far north as Alaska and as far south as Sinaloa. So generally, grizzlies can adapt to most of the climates they'll be exposed to in the Jurassic. Environment suitability, 4 out of 5. Now for advantages. Bears are very smart. Although they only have an EQ of 0.8 to 1, their brains are incredibly complex. Their intelligence is often compared to that of higher primates, which is definitely saying something about how smart they really are. Intimidation. Bears are great at making themselves seem like a much more dangerous threat than they are. When a bear means to threaten another animal...
Me and the I had a good bear fight this weekend, actually. Me and another druid in the arena. Everyone else kind of backed off, and just kind of I feel like this happened a couple of times. I feel like it's kind of an unspoken rule in dark and darker arenas. Like, if 2 druids start having a bear fight, everyone else just kind of stops and backs off and lets the bears fight. I won. By the way, I was the better bear. I was the better bear.
They will stand up on their hind legs, doubling their height. This, combined with growling, makes them incredibly intimidating. Imagine you're a ceratosaurus, and you come across a grizzly bear. At first you're like, alright, easy meal, let's go. And then suddenly it is now eye level, or maybe even taller than you, and is making these noises. Whoa, 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 what the hell is this? And you call it a day. I imagine the grizzly bear being kind of like a honey badger in the Jurassic.
Holy shit! This bear's launch attacking the Tyrannosaurus. God damn. Hollywood needs to pick this up.
Like I mentioned in the suitability scoring, bears are a jack-of-all-trade animal, and generally are seen in all terrestrial habitats. Jungles, mountains, deserts, forests, etc. They will have zero issues getting comfortable in their environment, especially given time to evolve and adapt. This, combined with their generous lifestyle, squashes any doubt that they can indeed adapt. Another thing I'd like to mention is that despite their size, brown bears are still very adept climbers. This will make getting away from large theropods a breeze. Maturation. Grizzly bears, as big as they are, only take 4 years to reach sexual maturity, continuing to grow until they're 7 to 10 years old. Allosaurus likely attained its full size around 15 years. This means that our brown bears will reach maturity as fast or faster than their competition, which will be very important for establishing a population. Advantages, 5 out of 5. Disadvantages. Although grizzlies are top dogs in their environment today, this will simply no longer be the case in the Jurassic. They can no longer occupy the role of the bully. This will affect almost everything about their lifestyle. No longer can they occupy a large open field and battle for the right to mate without risking being picked off by predators like Allosaurus. The same goes for fishing. We've all seen videos of bears sitting by the river catching fish. This would also become much more dangerous for the same reasons. No longer can they walk through the forest in confidence, but rather in constant awareness and fear. Their lifestyle will have to change significantly if they are to survive. Normally, grizzly bears are just fine living a solitary lifestyle because, like I mentioned before, nothing wants to mess with them. No more. The Kodiak bear will likely have to adopt a lifestyle that is far more shy and secluded. Disadvantages, 2 out of 5. Food source. Though the Jurassic is devoid of many of the fruits and plants that bears feed on today, they'll be perfectly fine adapting to a higher protein-based diet. We don't really think of them this way, but grizzlies are really just walking garbage disposals.
They eat
They'll
whatever,
eat anything.
man.
I don't see them having any problem
like
foraging.
A compost pile on the mountain. The bears would fucking get all up in that shit. Like, you know, compost, like food scraps, fruit that went bad from the trees, these kinds of things.
Discovering new, easy food sources. But what
They
about their
love
prey
apples.
items? The Jurassic is known for
Like, a
big,
lot.
impressive herbivores. No doubt, a grizzly bear has no business going for any sauropod. But out of the prey animals in the Morrison Formation, I honestly think that all but 2 are on the menu.
Saurophaganax maximus? Jesus fucking Christ. The fuck is this? New dinosaur just dropped? I've never in my life. Allosaurus fragilis. Gargalosaurus Gargalosaurus parkpinorum. God damn. Who gets to name these things?
For the bear. Ornitholestes, Frutidens, Drinker, Dryosaurus, and Ophneliosaurus are all herbivores that are small and fair game for our grizzly bear, so we can reasonably cross these off the list. There's also two small carnivores, Solurus and Tanicolegrius. These are also easy meals for a grizzly bear. These smaller dinosaurs would be the preferred prey of our bears.
Look at the
Camptosaurus would also have been
guy.
a decent meal,
He's so
comparable to
small.
that of an elk or a young moose. Though very similar to its relative the iguanodon, Camptosaurus lacked the distinctive thumb spike that would come in real handy.
Shut your f***ing mouth. I am sick of your shit.
As for armored dinosaurs, Mimoropelta and Gargoylosaurus are likely to be a challenge for grizzly bears to take down. Stegosaurus and Hesperosaurus are out of the question. Their size combined with their thagomizers make it far too dangerous to take them on. Bears also indulge in opportunistic scavenging. I can easily see a grizzly bear moving in on a corpse after an Allosaurus or Torvosaurus has had its fill. Food source, 4 out of 5. And now for competition. Bears will be competing with carnivorous theropods, which are far better adapted for their environment and hunting their prey. There are 2 theropods in the Morrison Formation that occupy the niche our bears are going for, and 2 that grizzlies will surely have to avoid. These theropods are Ceratosaurus and Marchosaurus, as well as Allosaurus and Torvosaurus. Marchosaurus, the smaller of the 2, is longer and slightly taller than a grizzly bear at the hips. However, the upper end of weight estimates only put Marchosaurus at roughly 400 to 500 pounds, as opposed to Kodiak and coastal brown bears, who often reach over 1,000 pounds in weight. Even female grizzly bears will reach about 600 to 800 pounds. The competition between these 2 animals wouldn't be too dissimilar from the competition between grizzlies and black bears today. They'll compete for the same food, but the grizzly bear will likely be able to scare off or even kill Marchosaurus. Ceratosaurus, both heavier and visibly larger than the grizzly bear, will be tough competition. Ceratosaurus weighed about 20 to 2,200 pounds. Grizzly bears at their absolute largest reach about 1,400 pounds. Adolescent Ceratosaurus will likely be regular competition for our bears. However, adults will surely be avoided. Like adult Ceratosaurus, Allosaurus, and Torvosaurus will be avoided at all costs. These 2 theropods are simply far too large for grizzlies to even consider dealing with. We don't know how dinosaurs would react to intimidation attempts from a grizzly, so maybe in some rare cases a bear can be tall and loud enough to scare off larger predators. Chances are, however, they'd simply be easy snacks for these larger theropods. Competition 2.5 out of 5. Our final assessment score for the grizzly bear in the Jurassic period is 6.5 out of 10. It's very likely that bears can survive in the late Jurassic, just not in the same niche they occupy today. There's going to be a lot of adjustment for our bears, and adapting to find a better niche for themselves will be a necessity. A bear necessity.
Bare necessity.
Got him.
The simple bare necessity.
Now that we know a grizzly bear can at least survive in the Jurassic, let's talk about some ways the brown bear could evolve in order to better fit their environment. Bears as we recognize them only evolved in the past 20 million years. In the Mesozoic, they would have at least all the way up until the KT extinction to evolve. I personally see bears going one or all 3 of the following ways. Taking to the trees. Ursus canopius, aka the canopy bear. Grizzly bears, although not as good at it as black bears, are capable climbers. We have limited knowledge of arboreal dinosaurs, especially in the Jurassic. This means that the niche of a large arboreal predator would be, as far as we know, wide open. Over the next 4 million years, our brown bear evolves to occupy this niche. Ursus canopius resembles a mix of a black bear and a jaguar, sporting a long tail to better traverse the canopy and a patterned coat to blend in with its forest environment. The canopy bear is adept at preying upon other arboreal animals, but is also very well adapted for leaping down from the treetops onto unsuspecting prey. A drop bear, if you will. Scavenger specialization. Ursus putridus, aka the rotten bear. Bears, already moving garbage disposals, could maybe choose to dive deeper into this niche, literally and figuratively. Even an Allosaurus probably couldn't fit a whole Diplodocus in its stomach. Surely there are plenty of leftovers. Ursus putridus will specialize in eating the rotting meat of large dinosaurs, and will become much larger in order to scare off other scavengers. Ursus putridus regularly even crawl inside the corpses of large sauropods, and will gorge themselves for as long as the corpse provides them shelter. These bears resemble a larger but stubbier looking polar bear, with black fur and a bare red face like a vulture. The rotten bear is incredibly fat year-round. They live to feed, but don't underestimate them. They are nearly 11 feet tall on their hind legs and reach up to 2,200 pounds.
Holy
If
fuck.
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Bro.
Ursus grandius, aka the Great Bear. Generalist animals like grizzlies are the best survivors in the animal kingdom when it comes to rapid changes in the environment. The problem with specialization is that once the ecosystem is disrupted, specialized animals cannot adapt. It's likely in the bear's best interest to maintain this lifestyle, But if they're going to do this, they have to become much larger.
Oh, we got a
Enter
fish.
Ursus grandius, the great bear. In just 1 million years, this bear has evolved to maintain its generalist lifestyle, but in a world of dinosaurs. The largest known mammalian predator on land we know of is Andrewsarchus. Our great bear is about 1.5 times the size of Andrewsarchus. Ursus grandius has evolved a longer torso and stronger limbs that allow it to stand even taller than its predecessors, roughly 6.5 feet at the shoulder and up to 13 feet on its hind legs. The great bear weighs on average 3,200 pounds, depending on sex and time of year. Much higher on the food chain than before, great bears are able to do battle with dinosaurs like Ceratosaurus and come out on top. In fact, our bear has evolved a much stronger skull, and long, sturdy canines evolved for piercing the windpipes of large dinosaurs. Its powerful forelimbs and impressive claws allow it to grapple and wrestle animals to the ground and execute them just as they would with a moose or elk today. Though Allosaurus and Torvosaurus remain much larger than the great bear, interactions between the two are no longer one-sided. When standing on its hind legs and vocalizing, the bear becomes very intimidating to these predators. Most often, these large theropods will sooner back off before risking a battle with Ursus grandius.
Allosaurus had never seen such bullshit before.
But if they don't, the bear is more than capable of fending them off. The great bear is also a burrower. Great bear burrows are massive mounds of dirt, leaves, bones, and anything they can find, really. These dens go as far down as 12 feet into the ground and have a chamber where their cubs remain for much of their early lives, increasing their chances of reaching adulthood. Another trait our bears have adapted is loose herding. Loose herding is a new type of social behavior that allows our bears to live their mostly solitary lifestyles, but gain from the safety and numbers at the same time. Great bears tend to live within at least 2 square miles of other great bears. When in danger, one great bear can call for the help of another great bear, greatly increasing the average lifespan and survivability of the bears. During the mating season, hundreds of great bears will amass in one area, and the dinosaurs know to stay away. Even with all these adaptations, our bear is still a generalist, walking garbage disposal. It will eat just about anything in its Jurassic environment, just as it would today. Because of this, the great bear and its descendants continue to be relevant in trophic systems throughout the Mesozoic. Presence of these animals will dramatically affect the evolution of dinosaurs surrounding them, perhaps seeing an entirely different ecology than we see in the Cretaceous. Descendants of the Ursus grandius will go on to survive the KT extinction, along with their early mammalian cousins, also creating an entirely new ecosystem going forward, paradoxically creating a world where bears as we know them today wouldn't exist. Or humans. But if there's no humans, that means there's no one to complain about my opinions. Spinosaurus sucks. T-Rex on top, baby. Let's go. Woo! If you liked the video and have a good idea for the next assessment.
Yeah, it's like, you know how they say, like, if you step on a butterfly, like a butterfly effect, like if you actually took a bear and put the bear back in time to the different times, it would just change everything. That's wild. Man, I kind of want the panther bear. Not gonna lie, that shit was pretty cool. All right, cuties. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a little break. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break, and then when I get back, we are going to watch a video, an Albie recommendation about medieval sex. Whoa! We're gonna find out. What was it like? What were they doing? I don't know. Find out in RP, you know? Whoa. Exactly. So let me pull up your little gamies for you here. I'll leave these on. Okay, and then let me open up fishing. Bears are so cool, though. They are just straight chilling. I just want to hug one, you know? Okay. Okay. I think that's it. Okay, cuties. I will BRB. Okay? You play fishing, you play boom bears. Do you. And I will BRB. Alright? Enjoying! Thank you for the lurk, cutie. Alright, guys. BRB. I can't spell. I can't spell. You know what I mean, right? I had to change the up next. Never mind. All right, we'll do one last round of Boom Bears. Now's your chance. Exclamation point join if you want to get into Boom Bears. Oh, streamer wins. Cringe. Cringe, streamer. Cringe. Alright, I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting you off. Also, Crexos King, how are you? Happy Tuesday. If you had to work, I hope work went good. We stand. We stand our Crexos here. Alright, let me see. I had to take off my headband because it was like giving me a headache, you know? Oh no, now my earbud's falling out. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Oh, it's all gone wrong. You know? That's okay though. That's okay. We're chilling. Alright. You know how hard it is to spell medieval? Do you know how hard it is? I can't spell medieval off the top of my head. M-E-D-I-E-V-A-L. For the record. Evil. Oh no, not like this. It's I don't know how I don't know how to spell. Okay, please. Just you know, give a bitch a break. Okay, so this is
sex in the Middle Ages.
Whoa, okay, we're getting right into it. Here we go. This is an Albie recommendation. Always bangers from Albie. This is called Medieval Sex, according to Eleanor Jenga. Do I know who that is? No. Your sex is mid? Doubt it. Doubt it. As someone who could attest to the fact, I would say, fake news. Fake news! They're trying to spread it. It's fake news. Alright. I'm kind of curious about medieval sex, too. So let's, Jarvis, hit that shit.
You might be thinking, chastity belts, damsels in distress. But I'm here to tell you, I'm afraid, that most of what we think about medieval sex was invented by those uptight, complicated Victorians. Medieval folk were rampant.
Shake my head. SMH my head. Victorians. Classic.
They were having sex in public, in church, on pilgrimages. In fact, there was a sort of unwritten rule with pilgrimages that what goes on tour stays on tour. Medieval people were having a lot of sex in all sorts of ways that you would not believe.
Okay.
This is a podcast episode from my podcast and YouTube channel, Dan Snow's History Hit. I'm talking to Dr. Eleanor Yarniger all about these saucy medieval goings-on. And if you like this, you can find loads more podcasts like this with Eleanor, Anthony Beaver, Simon Elliott, Mary Beard, all your favourite History Hit historians. Check it out here. Eleanor, thanks for coming on the show.
Dan, it's always a pleasure.
Where do we start? I think with the medieval, I think we need to, people are thinking church, they're thinking finger wagging, they're not allowed to have sex. What's going on with the church?
Hey, you guys better not hold hands, okay? If I see anybody holding hands, like, that's how you get pregnant. You hold hands, you're pregnant. I know these things, all right? That's how it goes.
In this period.
Okay, look, there is a little bit of finger wagging.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be real with you. But
yeah,
fundamentally, you're working a kind of moral tightrope with sex. Because, yeah, okay, in their opinion, the ideal Christian isn't going to have sex, right? In ideal world, you dedicate yourself to God and you are chaste.
Oh, yeah.
You know, St. Augustine is really big on this. St. Jerome writes about this. But one of the things that they also say is that, well, you know, God says, go forth, multiply, and you have to do that through sex, right? So sex has to exist, right?
Yeah.
And so the answer for that is obviously marriage. You get married, it's a holy sacrament, and then you can have sex, and then you can do all that procreating that needs to happen. And so St. Jerome says about this, I love marriage because it gives me virgins, right? And so it's like a roll of the dice.
Red alert.
Maybe your kids will dedicate themselves to God and then they won't have sex. So, yeah, ideal world, you wouldn't have sex, but everybody knows that it's going to happen. So there's got to be a legal workaround for that. That's marriage.
The legal workaround.
Yeah.
And are you allowed... So you're not allowed to have sex outside marriage?
No.
Yeah, don't do that.
But, I mean, really, like, of course the church is going to say you're not allowed to have sex outside of marriage. But, like, why is there's some sex cops? They're under your bed. They're gonna jump out. I mean, they're in the field. That's where a lot of people are having sex. No, like they're not out behind the tavern. And in practice, what ends up happening is if you go to church and you say, you know, bless me, Father, I have sinned. You know, I was shagging the bar wench. They're gonna be like, yeah, that's bad. Please don't do that again. You know, and you do get penance for that. But also, if you then marry her,
for the bar wench, worth. Honestly, worth. I mean, hey. Respectfully, Miss Barwinch lady, call me. I'm just saying.
It's kind of okay.
Yeah. Please donate and repent.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about an
Church? Give us money.
Okay. Once you're in marriage, are you allowed to enjoy sex, and is sex for procreation, or are you allowed to like fill your boots?
Oh gosh, it's really you are not allowed to enjoy sex. I mean, to the point where Thomas Aquinas writes about this.
And babe, I was thinking that too. She does look like Waitress from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I thought that too.
He says that while you're having sex, you should be avoiding lascivious kisses, right? So the idea here is they understand to an extent that orgasm is necessary for procreation. So the working idea of women's reproductive systems is the same as it was in ancient Greece and ancient Rome, which is what we call the two-seed theory. So there's an idea that women have semen like men do. And so if men expel semen during orgasm, then so do women, but it happens internally.
But it has to be during orgasm.
Yes.
Well, hang on. We're getting somewhere here.
Yeah, right.
Because, okay, my understanding of that is like, you don't have to orgasm to get pregnant, I don't think. What is Dirty Dan? Listen, okay, just just hear me out. My understanding is that when a woman orgasms, it opens up the route to the eggs much more, and so the sperm is able to actually like get in there better, is my understanding of that. Okay, just, you know, that's, I don't know.
So everybody needs to be orgasming during sex in order
ideally,
for procreation to take place. But you're not supposed to take it too far. It's supposed to be like,
you better not enjoy that orgasm.
You really are. It's like they're like, do not get naked. That's one of the rules.
Okay.
It shouldn't be during daylight.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be in night, ideally.
Don't look at me.
You should do it as quickly as possible. It's sort of like get in, get out, ninja.
Don't threaten me.
In and out mission.
just straight in there, right? And then there's all these other like knock-on rules, right? So technically, you're not supposed to have sex on a Sunday, obvious reasons. Okay. You're not supposed to have sex on a Wednesday because Wednesday is the day that you're supposed to go to confession. Same thing for Friday.
What?
You're not supposed to have sex on Saturday because the idea of sex is that sex is so sexy.
What? Tuesday
that you're
and
gonna
Monday?
get really turned on from the fact that you had sex, and then so on Sunday when you're meant to be in church thinking about the Lord, you'll just be sitting there being turned on instead.
So you need to have a fade in and a fade out.
Yeah.
Okay. So no Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, the weekend's
Wednesday.
out.
Wow, the weekend's
Wednesday.
out. That's
so that
bullshit.
you got 3 days.
Yeah.
Hey, so like
but
today's
also-
the day, guys. Today's the day. If you're gonna do it, today's the day. It's Tuesday. Just saying.
So there are all these knock-on things where it's like, well, definitely no sex during Lent.
I'm pretty sure people
obvious.
still fucked. I'm pretty sure people just still fucked. I would put my last dollar on that. I'm pretty sure people were still just fucking. Humans be fucking. That's just science. I don't know. Hey, babe, it's Tuesday, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, you know.
And no sex during Advent because you're supposed to be thinking about the end of the world during Advent.
Okay.
So there's all these
Religion's
rules that the church
crazy.
puts
I'm
out there,
sorry.
but also we know that nobody's following them because if people really were following them, then there would be no one born in September,
Yeah.
right? Like because you just would be like, oh no, well that was Advent, it's out, right? So it's fine that they put all these rules out there, but what happens in practice is, I'm allowed to say this because I did 16 years of Catholic school. I don't know if you've met Catholics. But
I've come across them.
They are having sex
across
outside of
them.
wedlock. I'm sorry, please don't send the papacy on me. It's not my fault that this is happening, but it's true.
Okay, so that hasn't changed as dramatically you might think. What about? But you meant the female orgasm thing's very interesting, right?
Yeah.
So that implies that women, because there's ideas from other
Careful
periods
now,
and cultures
sir.
that sort of women shouldn't have any sexual urges at all.
Yeah, so
Sure.
there's kind of the opposite here. And one of the overlying features of, actually, European pre-modern ideas about women, I mean, this holds true up until about the 19th century, is if we're talking about gender and sexuality, everyone is like, oh, women, they love it.
Okay.
Women are just out for it.
Yeah.
Women, you cannot stop them. They're
Ugh.
horny as all get out.
Yeah, they're the problem.
They just want to have
they're-
lots and lots of
Yeah.
sex, right? So because...
Red alert.
Bruh.
Chio's got a quote about this in the Decameron, and he says that one rooster is able to service 10 hens, but 10 men would scarcely be able to service one woman.
Damn.
So women are just, sex crazed. They're out for it, and
fuck?
they derive a lot of pleasure during sex. And now they
God
need
forbid.
to in order to conceive,
Literally, I guess.
absolutely. But everyone's kind of confused about why it is that women like sex so much. Much is written about the fact that women are still interested in having sex even when they're menstruating. And they're like, well, that's just proof that they're just wildly horny because horses don't do that.
Oh yeah,
things of
horse
this
doesn't
nature.
do it.
And
That's
there is a
crazy.
lot of talking about in humoral theory terms why women are
Absolutely wild.
particularly interested in sex. And that's because women are cold and wet and men are hot and dry. And so women are sort of like lizards. So women really want to be heated up. And sex heats them up for two reasons. One, just through fricative properties. It's like
Sorry, I
they'll
had
talk
to.
about kind of rubbing sticks together.
Yeah,
That's a bit of a thing.
It gets warm. Yeah.
And the other thing is
I realized I
men's
had my
semen,
microphone
because like
so
men's
far
semen
away.
is the most masculine, manly
Oh.
man thing that there could possibly be. So
Sure.
it's hot and dry. So then
So that warms them up.
so it warms them up.
Ah, okay.
And so then it's also said that women derive pleasure twice during sex. They derive pleasure from the men's ejaculation and also their own, which is happening internally. So they're like, so you can understand why women are completely insatiable and attempting to have sex at all times, constantly.
Right.
So the way that medieval people relate to sexuality is that you've just sort of got to keep an eye on women because you never know what they'll be up to, which is presumably attempting to shag around.
We should at this point raise the issue of the chastity belt, though. Is that because that
the
sounds
chastity
like
belt.
that's something
Oh,
they might have
God.
turned to if they're always worried about women shagging everyone? No.
No, I'm afraid that
Doesn't
this is a Victorian invention.
Women be shaggy.
Oh, they
I-
love it, don't they? They're slaggy as all get out. The Victorians, you heard it here first. And I'll wrestle any Victorianist who says otherwise. But this is one of those things that they make up. A
Ayo.
lot of times, if you've heard of some particularly gruesome form of medieval torture, whether it is something like the Iron Maiden, or indeed
Ugh,
the
Iron
chastity
Maidens are
belt, a
brutal.
Victorian made that up.
Really?
So they just love to think about the medieval period as this particularly
Victorians okay?
torturous time. And also, I think that they think chastity belts are sexy. So, yeah, unfortunately, for Victorians, no, that's not.
There's definitely still kinks. Like some there's like cock cages. I saw it in a movie film. And you put your peener in the cock cage and like they like that. That's like a chastity belt. right? I mean, kind of. I don't know.
Not real, but it's kind of fun to think about how Victorians are weird, I think.
It's like a cuck thing.
We can all agree on that.
Well, isn't chastity belt like a cuck thing too then, technically? I mean, like, you're cucking yourself. It's like a chastity belt's like the biggest cuck thing you could do to yourself, right? Like, you put a little literal belt on it. Low key. Yeah.
What? It's very interesting. Is there a class issue?
There's always
here?
been cucks,
like,
man.
I was reading the other day, Stefan Zweig talking about like Austrian society in the 19th century, and he goes, my sisters, the women I knew, we weren't having sex before marriage. We were really messed up.
Have amazing
and we'd take
dungeons,
these journeys
cutie.
to the countryside, and we'd see like happy peasants clearly shagging away outside wedlock, and some
Stop
would get
saying
married
shagging.
and they would think,
I can't.
hang on, what's going on here? The kind of educated elite of this Austrian Empire were really
You would not
tormented.
trust yourself to put your junk in a cage? What do you mean? Like, you wouldn't, like, you're, like, what do you mean? You wouldn't trust yourself? You feel like you're gonna mess it up and, like, hurt yourself? Or, like what do you mean? I mean, I don't want my junk in a cage either. So, but I feel like is there such thing as a pussy cage? I mean, I'm sure there's something. You know, if there's a cock cage, that implies that, like, there's a pussy cage too. So, but I'm scared. I don't want my pussy in a cage. You know?
And taught about sex, but living cheek by jowl, people that were just clearly having sex and just seemed reasonably happy, if not happier.
And this is absolutely the case for the medieval period generally. Like, we're talking about, of the European population, about 70% of them are peasants, right? Yeah. And you can tell a peasant anything you want. There's all these highfalutin ideas, but they're just getting out there and living their lives, right? Yeah. You know, when we think about marriage in the medieval period, a lot of the time what we're talking about is actually wealthy people. You know, it's kings, it's princes, it's this 0.00001% of society.
True.
Medieval peasants are shagging around. They are kind of having sex whenever. They're getting married at the kind of normal ages, usually in your early 20s for both men and women. You know, there's none of this. People say, oh, well, people get married at 14 years old in the medieval period. No, they don't. You get married at 14 if you are a princess, and then even then you're not like allowed to shag your husband until, you know, you're 16 or so. Quite famously, Eleanor of Castile and King Edward got married as teenagers and were shagging at 14, and it got separated because Eleanor got knocked up, and they were like, no, you're going to kill her. And so they got sent to different countries because they were like, please don't do that. Yeah. So, you know, there is this kind of understanding that
different countries? That's insane. Oh, God. Why are the rich 1% always doing fucking weird shit? Why are they always doing weird shit? God damn.
That might be dangerous.
That was a love match.
It was a love match, and it's so sweet.
Happy
but
thing.
I mean,
underage
look,
sex,
I mean, like, please do not put on the internet that I was condoning underage sex. But you know, it is one of these things where peasants are kind of doing this handful of things, and then there is a much more sort of torture thing that's going on in upper class society,
is that a kitty?
which then becomes the literature trope known as courtly love. Because of course you're getting married to people we talk about. Eleanor and Edward, because it's like, oh gosh, wow, a love match. Because most of these people hate each other. You know? They're like, well, look, we shag because, you know, I'm going to lie back and think of England. You know, that's what's going to happen.
Lie back and think of England.
Most people then are going to want to seek some other kind of sexual outlet, and the way that they do that is through this trope of courtly love, which is kind of like, you know, you sit around, the other rich people who are around, and
you're all in arranged marriages.
You're all in arranged marriages.
It's all brutal.
And
so they were all sleeping together too.
You write each other love poetry. A lot of it takes place pretty from afar, where you sit around and pine.
Okay.
And they love to pine, you know,
and that's quite romantic.
And it's very romantic. And and I've gone off my food and I can't. And then when someone is out of town, then you sneak off and you shag each other really quickly. Okay. So they are absolutely having sex outside of wedlock rather a lot. And you know, this all depends. Like, probably not kings are just going to shag whoever they want. Sure. That's fine.
True.
Queens probably not so much. It's just
those royal bloodlines are important, right?
It's too much at stake, really. But I mean, duchesses, marquises, sure. go for it. Like, that's, you know, help yourself.
And if you're married to Edward II, you get a pass.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
ticket.
you can do anything that you want, babe, as long as you can stand it. That's all I'm saying, you know.
And of course, they're the people that have left the biggest imprint in the archives and the history books, the literature of the time. So that can skew our understanding of this period.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is quite interesting because I think now, again, like, let's talk some trash about the Victorians lightly. You know, I think if you say the word courtly love out loud to people, they will think that this means, like romance, and then like eventually marrying someone, and that's not true at all. Like, this is an express way of having extramarital sex and making it really beautiful, right? So peasants don't need all that because they're just going to do what they're going to do, right? And also peasants are going to get married for love, so it just sort of doesn't apply to them in the same way.
Interesting. Let's talk about how people had sex. You mentioned peasants. I mean,
how?
You know, the domestic spaces are different.
He needs to know the specifications.
How does this work? Is there an accepted time and place? Is there like date night? What goes on?
Well, one of the things that happens rather a lot is having sex not in the house.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shagging in fields.
Yeah.
Just like absolutely tons of it, because you can sort of be guaranteed some privacy. We know that there are also particular places that, you know, kind of like dogging now, where there'll be like woods and stuff that people go. So for example, in Bristol, they had a bunch of woods that was called fucking woods because they don't care. They're not here to play, right? They're like, yeah, that's the woods that you're fucking.
Yeah, let's not be ambiguous.
Yeah, and that would be the sort of thing. You go out of your house and then you do that there. Now, there are rules to this sort of stuff as well. They're like, I mean, please try to have some kind of like go real far into the field. Don't do it right next to the road. Go into the woods.
Yeah.
And then there's rules about things like please don't go inside churches and have sex there. And there are all these apocryphal stories about, the so-and-so couple snuck off to have sex in the church because, you know, when services aren't on, it's empty and it's dry.
Yeah.
And they get stuck together. And then their punishment is they kind of have to go on a pilgrimage, and all the townspeople are like, you were shagging in the church, like, while they're paraded around naked in front of them. And this is like, it's one of these classic medieval stories about how everyone likes to make fun of people who are shagging.
So you get the
sense they got stuck together? I feel like she kind of glossed over that. That's one of my that's a fear. I've never had that happen, but I'm scared. Like I would cry. Yep.
That's what one of the that's probably something that's going on. People are sneaking into churches.
Exactly. And so these are the things with learning about sex in the medieval period. You have to look at a lot of really hostile witnesses, because most of what's going to come to us is going to come from, you know, legal documents or church documents, and they are being like, please stop doing this. And then you're like, oh, okay,
please
so that's
do
what
not
was
sex
going on.
the
Fantastic,
sex.
right?
What about pilgrimage? I think you and I have talked before, and you talked about this idea of what happens on the road stays on the road.
Oh, lads. You know, it's like a rugby.
Is free. Let's fucking go. You did it. Proud of you. Slay.
Sure. It's like a hen's night. It is a fantastic time to do some shagging because you're under plenary indulgence. So that means basically you don't sin while you're on pilgrimage.
Really?
Yeah, because you're
unless
you're on pilgrimage. Go for
we're
it.
Just we're just watching a video about medieval sex, you know, an Albie recommendation type shit. We're just doing our thing. I hope work was good though.
Whatever you want.
Oh, really?
God loves that stuff. In fact,
break some skulls.
You son of a bitch.
It's gonna be beautiful, right? And so we know, especially in the later medieval period, in the lowlands, so kind of what is now Belgium and the Netherlands, there is the equivalent of, you know how like hen's nights, they'll be going around like wearing a little penis hat and things like that.
Also, hen's night. I know this one. So in England, they call a bachelor party, they call it a stag party, and then isn't it a hen do? For like the bachelorette party or a hen, it's something to do with hens.
Badges that they would wear at the time that are completely obscene. So my personal favorite is a vulva that's wearing a little crown that is being carried on a litter by 3 penises that have legs.
Oh my God.
And so it's great stuff.
And the church is like, look at those saintly relics.
Exactly. and they survived us in the hundreds. Like, there are so many of these things, and they're really cheap. They're made out of pewter. It's the sort of thing that you can buy. And hilariously, originally, some people would be like, well, maybe they're fertility charms. And I'm like, girl, please.
I love
be
that they
honest
did
with
the
yourself.
same thing.
One of the
Humans
things that's
are
really
so
interesting
cute
about that for us.
Humans are so cute. I swear to God, we've been up to the same shit for so long. It's crazy. We've been up to the same shit since day one. I swear to God. Just up to it, you know? Goddamn.
Is that we can see there that the church is turning a blind eye to a lot of stuff because, hey, pilgrimage is great for them, right? Because you're going to end up at whatever that site is, and you're going to pray, and you're going to give them a donation. You're going to buy the biggest candle that there is, and that is going to be something that's assured because they are going to feel a little guilty about all the shagging, and then they can go, hey, like it's fine, you're doing great, girl, and it will also mean that people will want to go on further pilgrimages because they had so much fun. Right.
Wow. What a illusion of religiosity and recreation and sexual freedom. That's a right, isn't it? So people can leave home, see the world, experience something, but they're on God's time. There's a sort of holy purpose. It's a bit like kids going on their gap year stay and doing a little orphanage work, but whilst having some coming.
We don't even do that here. I fucking hate it here. We don't even get gap year type shit. We just get fucking kicked out. Goddamn.
Of age experiences.
Exactly. It is really, really similar. And we see people also kind of decry this, Marjorie Kemp, one of my personal enemies. I think she's the worst.
Drama.
So she is a late medieval woman from Norfolk. So she hails from what is then Bishop's Lynn, but is now King's Lynn. Yeah. She is a very successful businesswoman, but she wants to be a saint. So she commissions an autobiography about her own life. And the main miracle that she does is go around crying and annoying people. And she's like, because I'm just so overcome by how much I love Jesus. And she has this whole weird lie about how when she's on pilgrimage, her fellow pilgrims kick her off pilgrimage because she wants to pray at every meal, and they're like, we want to have sex, get out.
Pilgrimage is like fucking spring break. I didn't know that. It's like spring break, you're kicked out of spring break.
Out of here, lady. And so it's like, obviously this is an overstatement, right? There probably are plenty of people who are on pilgrimage for the right reasons, but there are a lot of pilgrims who are on there for, I'm not going to call them the wrong reasons. I'm going to call them, they have a different motive.
Yeah, that's right.
They're actually in it for this.
How interesting.
The religion.
What about different forms of attraction and sex? What about homosexuality?
Yeah, so this is a really interesting one because in the medieval period, they don't have a concept of homosexuality because they don't have a concept of, in identity in the way that we do. They wouldn't say that anyone has a sexuality. What they got is action. So, you either are what they call a sodomite or you are not.
Oh.
Now, the category of sodomite is incredibly broad because sodomy technically means any type of sex that you can't get pregnant from.
Okay.
So if you got two cis dudes who
honestly, I thought sodomy was strictly butt sex. I'm not gonna lie. I thought sodomy was butt stuff. I'm learning today. Okay. So it's anything you can't get pregnant from, which, I mean, to be fair, in my defense, does include butt stuff, I guess. How did we as a society become so afraid of sex? I don't know. The Victorians, probably. Yeah, Allie.
Sex. That's definitely sodomy because nobody's getting knocked up, right? That's just not going to happen. Same thing with two women, right? But technically, you are a sodomite if you are a married woman and you go down on your husband. Okay. Because no one's getting pregnant there. So that is sodomy still. Now,
hey, one's in the chat. One's in the chat if you're a sodomite or have been a sodomite. Yeah, one's in the chat if you've done stuff. Yeah.
To mean one thing in particular, and specifically to be talking about gay men, but at that time they're just like non-procreative sex haver, right?
Okay.
So sodomy's bad, and sodomy is bad according to Thomas Aquinas because it's illogical, right?
Shut up,
the
Thomas.
only logical reason to have sex is to have children, then when you're doing sodomy, you can't be doing it, and so it's illogical, and that means it's out of alignment with God. Right?
No one getting preggers on
Does
my
that
watch.
stop people from doing it? Absolutely not.
You'll be shocked to learn.
Can you believe?
I mean, Thomas Aquinas, he has a lot to answer for.
Ooh, this guy. I mean, and he's thinking about it all the time too. I mean,
Yeah.
my man is out here thinking about onanism, which is what we would call masturbation.
Yeah.
He's out here thinking about whether or not it's sinful if monks have wet dreams. It's not. Just so you know. I know you're
This guy. Who is this Thomas guy? I feel like he was very sex obsessed. Was he okay? Anyone want to bet he probably wasn't okay? I'm guessing he probably wasn't okay.
Not. But the thing is that we know a lot about what we would call gay sex, specifically from monks, because monks and nuns are having a lot of it. And they write. They're all literate. That's the thing about being a monk and a nun. Your job is to write things down. And we've got like pretty hot love letters back and forth from, people to each other. Nuns
People
will get moved to
shy?
different monasteries and then they pine.
really?
And they're like, I miss
Gotta
all the
do
hot
the
sex we used to
pining.
have. Every few years there'll be a crackdown in varying monastic orders where they're like, I swear to God, stop shagging each other. There's this really great ordinance for a
Humans are
nunnery where
so
they're like,
funny.
you are not
God.
allowed to call other nuns my little bird. Get out.
My
And
little
like
bird.
you can't sleep in each other's beds. No. And you have to be wearing clothes. And we see this over and over
No
again
fun.
happening. And so this tends to be one of
When
these
you
things where we
wanted
don't-
to send a nude, you had to hire a painter. Do you think guys sent dick pics? Like, do you guys think that people come paint their penises and then send them to ladies? Nobody wants that, by the way. Nobody wants that.
No, like, is this kind of you're just
Nobody
in a
wants your
monastery or a
painter
nunnery
pic.
and you don't see the outside world and you're like, and he's porting a storm, baby? Or do you end up in a monastery or a nunnery because you're like, I'd really just love to spend all my time with members of the same sex. We don't have a way of knowing, but we do know that a lot of them absolutely are getting it.
Only women around
and speaking
me.
of writing things down, I'm thinking now about the
get
illustrations
kicked
on
out, probably,
manuscripts and
let's
the
be real.
art in the boards and things. Some of that gets quite raunchy.
A penis-shaped
and that's
rock.
been done
Oh,
by
that
these
that
monks
sounds about
sometimes,
right.
So,
Like with
so how, again, how is
penguins,
that-
how they give a little pebble to the other penguin that they have a crush on, which is adorable, by the way.
Squared with like phalluses and things like that. What's that doing there?
Yeah, so one of the really big art motifs that you will see all the time, and there's some really famous images of it in the Bibliothèque Nationale de France. They have this really
La
beautiful
France.
Roman de la Rose, which is it's a smut story. It's courtly love. It's great.
Oh.
But in the
Medieval
margins, they
smut?
have these images of
we
nuns
read
picking
some?
phalluses off a tree. And the phallus tree is a couple of things. This is one where we do think that people kind of put it up as a way of saying, fertility isn't that great. But it's also a joke.
True, Crimson.
About how
true.
much women
I've
just
heard
love
both.
that D.
Yep.
And they would harvest it if they could. They're trying to bring in those
Sweet,
crops.
sweet fruit.
Absolutely. And you see these nuns just picking these huge dicks out of a tree. And then...
I suspect that's drawn by men.
Yeah, well, we don't know.
Well, we don't know.
Could have been.
Could have been.
Could have
Who
been.
knows? Who knows?
And then, eventually one of the nuns goes on
We
to
can do shit
shag a
posting
monk.
too.
And then she's leading him around by a little leash around his penis. It's great. And so these are things that are certainly happening. And look, the Roman de la Rose, it's great, but it is.
So you're telling me they had penis leashes? I bet they had cock cages. I bet you anything they had cock cages. There's no way they didn't have cock cages. I'm saying it now. I'm putting my foot down. They had cock cages.
Sure, it is, romance literature like anything else now. And so you can have an audience who's going to be like,
Some
I'd
things
like a
never
very
change.
richly
True.
illustrated version of that, please. But it's not exactly, as though they're like, please draw some dicks in the margins of Moby Dick, right? Like, that's not the same thing. So it is kind of like a fun
XDD.
text. And yes, it is literature for us now, but
They did
I mean,
have
it's a book
cod
about shagging, I'm gonna
pieces.
be so real
So
with you.
true.
And so if it's a book about shagging, you're allowed to have those kind of illustrations in the margin. Yeah, interesting.
Oh my.
So that does imply
So you could-
readers who are relaxed about that more than our Victorian forebears.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
I 100% I would say that medieval people are more relaxed about sex than Victorians are in any case, yeah.
What about
Shit on the Victorians
what about
more.
we might, I guess, talk about the science of reproduction. You've talked about the ejaculation. That was really interesting. Did they menstrual cycles, the pregnancy? Was there quite understanding of how the mechanics works?
Yeah, they're pretty good on the mechanics. Although, you know, obviously they're not clear yet on the fact that women have eggs, which it's sort of, you need microscopes for that.
Sure.
So it's going to take a really long time.
Yeah.
But they're pretty clear on what is going on inside people's bodies. You know, contrary to popular opinion, medieval people could dissect cadavers. It's not done very often. There is a worry about contagion. They're worried that if you cut someone open, then miasma is going to come out and it'll kill everyone. But there are laws on the books, for example, in the Holy Roman Empire, that all physicians need to be trained on cadavers every once in a while, right? So they know what's going on in there, and they've got lots of illustrated diagrams of this.
Wow.
And with this, there are some interesting ideas, particularly around menstruation. So the idea, again, comes down to humoral theory.
I don't know if I want to hear this. I don't know if I want to hear what some medieval men thought about menstruation. I don't know. I don't know if I... Okay.
So when you're born as a baby, the idea is across the board, that's the hottest you're ever going to be, right? So you're born very, very, very hot. And quite wet also. And so age is seen as a process of getting drier and colder over time until when you die of old age, essentially you become so cold and dry that like that's it, right? Yeah. So the idea here is that when little girls are younger, they're quite hot, so they're able to.
So we were temperatures. We thought we were temperatures getting colder over time. I did not know that. That's, I mean, phrasing.
Burn off any excess humors that would be malign. But because they become colder when they're older, they lose that ability. And menses is there for your bad humors that you couldn't burn off, so you're just going to have to expel them. And so, you know, and then that can be put a stop to by getting people pregnant. And also it's kind of like, well, that's just sort of an effluvia, right? They know that you can't get pregnant while you're menstruating. I mean, you can kind of, but it's very difficult.
But right, basic idea of cycles.
Yeah, they get that. And their idea of menopause is that, well, now you become so cold that you can't even expel menses. Right. And so then there's this concern. There's a little bit of concern about older women that they might be poisonous because they have like backed up menses. And there's like a lot written about like, don't meet the eyes of older women because they're kind of like basilisks and they can kill you. So it's not great, you know.
Honestly, you know what? If that's gonna keep men away from me, if they're actually scared of me because they think I'll turn into a giant monster and eat them, fine. I'm okay with that reputation. It keeps the assholes at bay. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, yeah, don't fuck with me. Once I hit menses, you better not find me out there. Once I hit menopause, not menses, menopause, it's over. I'm gonna turn into a giant snake and slither the fuck out of here.
Like, yeah, they have pretty chilled out ideas about sex, but I'm not here to tell you this is some kind of like enlightened time where they're like, women are great, you know, but they do kind of want to see
because that time has never existed. Sorry.
Pregnant, because there is also the idea that wombs are kind of like little animals. Now, this is going back to Galen, this is going back to Aristotle and Plato. Any Greek physician would tell you this. And that, like, the best way to make sure that women don't end up hysterical is to keep them pregnant.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Because pregnancy pins your uterus in one specific place, and it keeps it from going onto your liver or onto your brain and making you all crazy. All right, so...
Red alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Any aphrodisiacs, speaking of the science of these things?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So if you look in any herbarium, which these are great, these are some of my favorite medieval books, herbariums, where they have these lush illustrations of plants and flowers. And they'll say, okay, well, here's some ways that you
I do not have a green thumb. Like, I'm terrible at plants, which you'd think growing up on the mountain, I'd be, like, super good at it, but, like, I was never very good. But I like learning about plants, you know, like plants are chill as hell. They're vibing.
use these as aphrodisiacs, and aphrodisiacs are kind of like the number one thing that most plants are for. And there is rather a lot of kind of like seeing any flower that is particularly sweet as an aphrodisiac. So a rose is an aphrodisiac and a violet is an aphrodisiac. There are also love spells. And interestingly, medieval people are a little bit more chilled out about the idea of magic than early modern people are, where they freak out and they see witches everywhere.
Right.
But there's a lot of talking about love spells in penitentials, which are like guidebooks for priests. So this is what you should ask during confession. And they'll be like, girl, are you baking bread and rubbing it down your naked body to feed to a guy to make him fall in love with you? That's very naughty.
Important question.
Don't do that. There's also...
Don't do that. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
So, I've got a bad love spell. According to Bouchard of Worms, who's writing to us in the early medieval period, so 8th century, women are taking live fishes and inserting them into their vaginas.
No. I'm physically uncomfortable. I don't like that. I don't like that.
And then feeding them to men in order to make them love them. And now...
Oh, diabolical. Fucking diabolical.
Dan, I'm going to wager that isn't happening.
Okay.
Yeah, is that, you know, Crimson, that thought kind of crossed my mind too. I'm like, is that way people be like, oh, it smells like fish? Which is so stupid. Like, shut the fuck up. But like, yeah, maybe that is where that kind of originated. I don't know. That's wild.
A, it isn't happening, and B, it wouldn't.
Yeah, I need to see the Carfax on that one.
What is going on with this? It's very much, you know, so it again, with hostile witnesses and with Victorians, right? You will get these things that it's like, where did that come from? And it's just some monk who's never had sex being like, I bet they're taking that fish. And you're like, okay, bro. Yeah, maybe, like, wow, calm down slightly.
Yeah.
I just, woof. So there are all these things that in theory you can do, but also the church kind of says one of the reasons you shouldn't be doing it is it doesn't work, and you're kind of fooling yourself, and you need to, like, grow up. God wouldn't let that happen.
How should we think about, so it's more enlightened in some ways in terms of the act of sex, in terms of women's enjoyment of sex.
Yeah, Victorian.
Some of the availability of sex.
Damn.
How do we then just quickly talk about the sexual politics of women, property, power? You know, are they? Do you see this? Is that kind of divorced, or is this connected with how medieval people are having sex? Like, are women allowed to have agency over their lives and their decisions, things like that?
So this is where things can get kind of weird, because, you know, when we hear, oh, women should orgasm during sex in order for them to get pregnant, this has a kind of corollary that's a real downer. So, for example, in cases of rape, if a woman then ends up pregnant as a result of it, everyone goes, oh.
So she really enjoyed it.
Yeah, she actually enjoyed it. Actually, she wanted it.
Ugh.
Right? There's also the case of with raptus, which is a difficult one to work out. The Latin term is raptus, and we don't necessarily know what that means at any given time. It could be thinking about what we think of as like coercive sex or violent sex, and it could be you ran off with your boyfriend and were making out. And you
so they
didn't
just
have
put
your
it all
father's
under
permission,
that one
right?
umbrella.
Because women are very much the property of the men in their lives. And so when raptus occurs, it is envisioned much less as an offense against the woman and much more as an offense against whatever man owns her. So, for example, in cases of raptus, a lot of the time the punishment is the man needs to marry the woman. And now that's kind of fine if you were off shagging your boyfriend against your dad's will. That's great. And you're like, success, outcome achieved. But if this is something violent, then that's really kind of a horrible thing that happens. And we also see kind of more on the bright side of this, a lot of worry about women who are widows. So, for example, if you are really wealthy, say your husband had been a member of a guild, you're also in the guild now, usually because you can do the same work. Your husband dies, then that usually means the guild membership transfers onto you. You've got a bunch of money. You're not worried about whatever. These women start shagging around rather a lot, and everyone's like,
oh yeah, the rich widows.
The merry widows.
They've hacked the medieval world, right?
Absolutely. And so they're the ones who are just kind of doing whatever it is they want to do. And there's a lot of hand-wringing about what you do about
write that
them,
down, so if I go back, get stuck in medieval times, I'm going to be a widow.
Wag your finger.
They paid their dues. They got married.
They did exactly what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
And a lot of the time, you're sort of not supposed to get married again. And then again, you know, so there's the foil. I mean, she's just a character in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, but the wife of Bath, very famously, is like, I just keep getting married because every time, you know, my husband dies, I'm on another one because I love to shag, and also I'm very good with money. Yeah. And so these are all business acquisitions that I'm having, and that tells us a lot about what the worries about women who are wealthy and quite aware of their own sexuality are. But on the other hand, too, she's kind of like played as quite sweet, and people like her in the end. And yeah, technically she's not supposed to be acting that way, but we all love the wife of Bath, don't we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
On that subject, I'm always surprised on the military side of things. When I come across women in the medieval world, clearly, you know, they're the property of their husbands. It's a misogynistic society. They can't all power in their own right. And yet, you often find women leading forces during sieges, right? Eleanor of Aquitaine, you and I are big fans of.
Yes.
We've got that wonderful woman who's in charge at Lincoln in 1217, De la Haye. You know, and women and princesses, and they end up, well, running estates for husbands who are away. They end up fighting. Like, you know, so that's an interesting thing.
Yeah, it is very much seen that women can do these things. So women end up on campaign all the time. You know, we have this kind of amorphous term of camp followers, right? And that's usually like your wife. Yeah. Right? Because if you're getting sent off somewhere, it's like, well, who's doing all the cooking around here? Yeah. These are not professional armies. There are no cooks. There's no one to do the washing up, you know? Right. So women sort of come along with that. And a lot of the time that means that they also are doing military things, but we just kind of don't talk about it. Wow. And certainly, as you say, you know, the Paston letters, so the very important English family, the Pastons, we have all these letters back and forth to different people, and we have the women saying, I need this many pole axes, I need this many arrows, I need this many crossbow bolts, because we're trying to shore things up around here. So these are women who are very much trusted to run estates, to lay siege, to be involved in armies. But there's also a little bit of a worry about camp followers with armies. So for example, Joan of Arc, another person that we're both big fans of, she ends up running off a bunch of camp followers from the French armies during the 100 Years' War, because sometimes camp followers are just good old-fashioned sex workers. Because these girls know a deal when they see one, you know. And there's a lot of dudes around here, and they're not all married, or their wife isn't with them, so they know how to make some money. And there's some hilarious illustrations of Joan of Arc being like, "Get out of here, girls," and these very nicely dressed girls being like, "Oh," and running off, which I find very amusing.
What a killjoy!
I know. I'm like, "Boo, Joan."
Come on, Joan. The women, widows of merchants and crafts, artisans, of nobles, they could exercise power in their own right. So that the medieval world was not what we might think of just sort of male-dominated, women just hidden inside property, not playing any part.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, I would say that medieval women play huge roles in society in ways that women don't. Again, you know, in the Victorian period or in the early modern period, that's when we start to see the kind of retreat of women from public and into the domestic sphere. So in the medieval world, yeah, we're not always going to necessarily know about women, but it's because it's so common for women to be everywhere that everyone doesn't bother to write it down. It's like they assume you know that there's a woman on campaign with this army. So like what would be the point of talking about it?
Listen, there's the internet was out there with the spread bet on when you'd blame bad things on the early modern period. I think we did hit it.
Listen.
I think we did it. Let us know, everybody.
Okay, wow.
Let us know, everyone, what the winnings are. Okay, so and what about queerness? Like you talked about sodomy. So that's just people having sex not for procreation. Are people talked about as we might now call trans, or as like very out and projecting like very, very gay. Like, is that something that's talked
Flamboyant.
about?
Well, yeah, so we know there's a very famous case of what we would now sort of call a trans woman from here in London. Her name was Eleanor Reichner. And Eleanor, we find out about because she's doing sex work in the wrong place. So she's doing sex work kind of over by the Tower of London. And that is not one of the approved red light areas. You're supposed to be in Southwark or over on Cock Lane or on Grove Cunt Lane.
Not Cock Lane.
You know, just
Come
look.
on, man.
That's which is true, but those are actual.
Those are actual true names. Cock Lane's still there.
Yeah.
So that's fun. It's in Falstaff.
Not Cock Lane.
But Eleanor gets found shagging a dude in the wrong place, and she gets brought before the court, and the court's like, girl, what's all this? You know, and she's like, well, here's the tea. I transitioned at this inn in Oxford full of trans girls, and, you know, they're the ones who taught me how to dress, and this is kind of how I live my life, and these are the ways that we make ourselves become more feminine. She tells the story that she's...
And that's all in the court proceedings?
Oh, yeah.
What a treasure trove.
And it's absolutely amazing document. And what we can see from it is that she's what we would now call like bi or pan, where like she shags women, she shags men, she shags for money, she shags for fun. She does technically, well, more feminine jobs like embroidery, but she also kind of shags around on the side or does some light theft here and there, you know, anything to kind of get by. And we don't really find out what happens to her, but they're mostly like, you're crazy. That's crazy. And we think they just kind of like let her go because they think it's kind of entertaining. And we certainly know that these people are around. And then the other side of this coin is we find lots of what we would now
still a better reaction than you'd get a lot of places today, okay? Still a better reaction than you'd get a lot of places today.
Trans men in monasteries.
Right.
So it'll be, it turns out Brother John, you know, doesn't have the equipment that we expected that he had. They love that. They're like, this is brilliant. This is like overcoming your femininity in the name of God. This is devoting yourself to Christ. It's better to be like a man. So if you're behaving like a man, that's like brilliant. Oh, wow. So they love that stuff.
Fair play to the girls.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Ah.
We touched on it a little bit earlier, but the dangers of medieval sex. Well, again, this could be a little bit early, but
everyone has
sexually
syphilis.
transmitted disease and infection. I mean,
it does exist. So we don't have syphilis yet.
No, that's remind me the period that comes in.
Early modern, when everything was bad. No, but we definitely do know that there are some things that are kind of around the shop. And interestingly, they tend to think of leprosy as possibly an STI, which it is not. But we do think that people had things that were kind of like, you know, chlamydia now, stuff like that. And there are some interesting ideas, right? So, for example, people will say of sex workers, well, sex workers are unable to get pregnant because they don't really like sex. You know, they're doing it for a job. But we also think that maybe sex workers do have a harder time getting pregnant because they might have got STIs.
Interesting.
That would make that more difficult. Of course, though, it's not impossible, and obviously sex workers did have kids. But there are certainly things out there that you can get, but it's not of the virulence of syphilis, which really messes everybody up when it comes in because no one had ever seen anything like it.
Yeah. Oh. Hideous. And unwanted pregnancy, how good, we talked about the cycle, we talked about aphrodisiacs. Were there things that people could do to try and prevent unwanted pregnancies?
So the major thing they use are abortifacients. And very interestingly, the medieval church is pretty chill about abortion. They're kind of like, babe, up until the first trimester, it's a freebie. That's just whatever. And so the big thing that we tend to see, both recommended by midwives and also in herbariums and places like that, is drink pennyroyal tea. You know, get some pennyroyal down you, which works. We definitely know it works.
And what's pennyroyal?
So pennyroyal is a little herb. Tastes kind of nasty, I would imagine, but it's very easy to grow, and it's kind of all around the shop. And you can just take that, brew it into tea, drink that, and if you drink enough of it, it can induce a miscarriage.
As soon as you feel it's in the first trimester. Okay.
Yeah, so if you notice that you've missed a period, you can start chugging that down, and that is kind of like a get-out-of-jail-free card. The church is okay with it.
Okay.
But they're particularly okay with it because the other option a lot of the time, especially for people who are living in poverty, is infanticide. Yeah. And the downer side is that infanticide is really, really common in the medieval period. And so the church just does not want that to happen. So they're like, fine, first trimester, just, you know, say 10 Hail Marys and like probably try not to shag if you...
Of course. But if something happens...
And again, do you want to guess?
The church is so fucking... The church is just like, guys, stop it. Stop it. Just knock it off. brother.
They start cracking down on abortion.
Well, let me think.
I'll give you one. Yeah.
Is it the early modern period when they start?
It was.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that's fun, but that is okay. So there were actually when you were a high status woman and your husband was super touchy about inheritance and lands and dynasties, you could have sex outside that marriage and be reasonably confident that you were going to bear the right man's children.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know what you're doing in terms of using varying herbs, but also a lot of the time, if you are that high status, you are just going to limit yourself to sodomy. That's one of the big things. Okay. So you're just like, hey, hand stuff, that's fine. Okay. And indeed, the Roman de la Rose, which I talked about earlier, the Romance of the Rose, one of the big courtly love books from the time, it can also be read as a metaphor for going down on chicks.
Hey!
Romancing the Rose.
Okay.
Which is, fine, and no one's going to get pregnant from that.
No.
Plus, it's got the bonus point of being very, very sexy because the church told you not to. Yeah. And they love to do whatever the church tells them not to do. Like, they simply long for a hand job, It's great.
What a different world. Okay, so what about, and then I guess finally, obviously sex can lead to childbirth, and that we should just check in with that. Is that as dangerous as people say?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not as though medical
childbirth
professionals
has always
don't do
been
everything
dangerous
that they can do at the time.
Still
but
is.
Really, up until the 20th century, childbirth is just absolutely a killing field.
Yeah.
And it's something that we don't talk about now because we want more babies in the world and that sort of thing, and we're not trying to freak women out. But it is very, very dangerous, and it is the number one cause of death for women in the medieval period. If you make it through the early years, so 1 or 2. The thing that's going to get you usually is childbirth. But if you make it through that, then you might live a long and happy life and you die in your 70s or 80s.
So we got to finish up, obviously, an eternal life.
Baloney!
Don't worry about the soul here.
Cutie!
The church would tell you that if you do lots of the things that you've talked about today, you are in trouble. You're not going to get
I hope work was good. Adore you, cutie. We stand.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is a real worry about that. It's not to say that people didn't worry about their souls when they were doing all these things that the church told them not to do, but they are hoping for what we call in the medieval period the good death, right? Which is that you die after you've confessed your sins and you go to the priest and you're like, sorry, I was shagging a whole lot when I was younger, and they go, yeah, no worries, you're fine, and then you get extreme unction and then you die, and fantastic, you will probably go to heaven.
Cool.
Now, where most people expect they're going to end up if they're somewhat sinful is actually purgatory. Purgatory isn't a place in between heaven and hell, it's hell with a timer. And so we know rather a lot about what lustful people will end up experiencing in purgatory from stuff like hell frescoes in churches. And so there's rather a lot of kind of like sexy naked people getting spanked.
A hell fresco? That sounds like a drink. I'll have a hell fresco on the rocks.
Spanked by a demon.
Terrible.
I mean,
wait,
you will see
whoa.
In purgatory from stuff like hell frescoes in churches. And so there's rather a lot of kind of like sexy naked people getting spanked by a demon.
Terrible.
Yeah, sounds terrible. Who would want such a thing? That's crazy.
I mean, you will see, in what is a very funny, they think, idea
I don't
of
think I
sodomy.
have seen
You'll see
that.
a lot of dudes getting spit roasted. Okay. You see, so you'll get things like that happening. Now, most of them are going to get out eventually.
Okay.
The church kind of wants people to be sitting a little bit because you know how you get your relatives out of hell for shagging too much? Some masses for the soul. Just, kick the church a little bit of money. They'll pray for your horny aunt. And she'll be let out.
Tax-free money, too, that the churches always get. Tax-free, of course.
Like a little bit quicker for a little donation.
Exactly.
Like, follow, and subscribe.
Yeah, 100%. This is what I'm telling my nieces and nephews.
Get it?
Help.
Yes. We need to reduce my time in purgatory. It is a tall order.
Yeah, listen.
Thank you very much, Elianaga. If there is a God, there'll be no purgatory for you because you're a legend. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on to talk about my favorite thing.
W. As always, I'll be W recommendation. Goddamn. Wait, really? Hold on. Let me just... Hold on, Crimson. Let me just, biblically... Accurate... Demon. Biblically accurate demons. Man, I don't see any hot ladies. Whoa. There's some crazy ones, though. These are kind of sick, actually. I mean, yeah, if angels kind of look like that, then wouldn't the demons kind of look like that? Where's the pretty lady one? Look at this little guy. What is this little guy doing? What's this little guy doing? Okay, this looks like an alien. This looks like an alien right here. I'm afraid to keep scrolling because I feel like it's going to get weird. Some of this art's pretty fucking cool, though, not gonna lie. Yeah, Crimson said hot babes, and I was thinking, look at the booty on that demon. There's got a what? He's got a freaking... Hello? I didn't mean to click on that. Why he got a face on his butt? Wild. Absolutely mental. Man, Albie, thank you so much for recommending that. You're so awesome. All you guys have the good recommendations. Huge dub. Okay, here's what we'll do next. Let me get the thing. Hold on. Let me sip my drink. It was very nice to be live today and hang out with you cuties. I'm going to try to stream max, okay? Don't take my word for it, though. Believe me when I show up. Until then, don't even listen to me. Okay, let me see. All right, you absolute addicts. We will do one more marbles game to kind of round it off here. Go ahead and exclamation point play. Baloney just got back from his shift, their 16-hour shift at the mine. Before you go into the hole? Oh. Unlurks viciously. Hey. Goddamn. Vicious. I don't know what this one is. Is there a shark? Oh, God. Why is there a shark? Guys, I'm scared. Oh, look. Oh, look. That's nice. Life. Demons either disguise themselves as angels or are purely spiritual, no physical forms. I mean, that's kind of slay. That's kind of slay. We got off on a tangent there. We reacted today. Sorry I didn't do anything too, too crazy. We just did some reacts, but I enjoyed my stay. All right, you got about 40 seconds here. If you want to exclamation point play. Let me turn up the music a little bit. Kind of a banger, not gonna lie. Somebody wake up Jazzy. Jazzy, wake up! Jazzy eepin'. Eepin' on marbles, imagine. It's okay, she's got the broken banana thing. It's not fair. It's not fair. All right, here we go. Marbles enjoyers. It's time for splash attack. Woo! Whoa. Evil cannot be stopped today. I swear to God, what is up? The evil marble of evil. Ooh, uh-oh. Stuck ass. He's stuck ass. Now's your moment. Oh, shit. Quimmers! Resident Raccoon. Yeah, you got some heavy balls there, babe. What's up? What's up? Oh! We're all stuck ass. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, Quimmers has a gold marble? Wait, that looks cool. So cute. Uh-oh, Quimmers. Go, little raccoon. Go! Oh, the marble. Get it, king. Oh, we got another spinny tunnel here. Oh, evil. I think he almost fell off there. Or maybe not. I don't know. Sheesh. Look at him go. Pulls evil's marble using telekinesis? Oh my god. It's getting fucking real around here. What is this electricity water jump? Oh! Whoa! God damn, evil's flying. We got Quimmers. There goes Friar Tuck. Baloney! Go, go, go! This map is kind of cool. Agreed. Here goes evil. Friar Tuck! Oh god, look how far off I am. That's okay. Streamer don't need to win. Evil's just on one today. Cannot be stopped. Oh wait, what is this? We have a whole... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Whoa! You just skipped that? What the heck? Cheats? Hacks? He hacked it. I saw it. I saw the whole thing. No fair. Oh! Oh! Evil with the #1 spot. Cannot be beat on an absolute W streak today. Let's fucking go. That's my handsome man right there. Go, baloney! Boom! And we have the lovely, the one, the only Friar Tuck bringing up that sweet, sweet caboose. Because you know somebody's gots to. Where's Streamer? Cringe. Oh, get it, queen! Put it in! Boom! Nailed it. Nailed it. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, look at me right as the climate change was coming for me. God damn. Okay, evil. Oh, yeah, definitely Quimmers. Thank you for asking, but yeah, absolutely. Everybody go follow Quimmers, by the way, too. He's a cute little raccoon. I enjoyed your and Crimson's art stream. That was adorable. I love both your distinct styles. I'm always in awe of art, though, because I have 0 art ability, and I've never built into it, so... you guys broke the deer curse. Yeah, no, with the subs. You broke the deer curse. So, you know. No, I don't want to... Guys, I love you. Listen, guys. I love you all so much. I don't want to be a sperm. I love you, though. I just don't want to be a sperm. Okay, stop trying to... Why do you guys keep trying to get me to be a sperm? Is this a kink? Is this like a... What is... You be a sperm. Yeah. Such a cute little sperm, though, I have to say. I just don't personally... I mean, technically, we were all kind of half a sperm once, right? True. You're not wrong there, Albie. You are not wrong. All right, where's my tunes here? Well, sweet things, thank you again so much for being here. You all are the bestest and the cutest. Join the Discord is the bestest way to know what I'm up to. I'm gonna try Streammaxxing though, okay? Look out. Look out. We'll see. We shall see. Alright, sweet things. Love you all. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you all next time. Mwah!